This is T.Y. Jackson.
United States Women's Champion Chelsea Green.
How you doing, people?
And I love pro wrestling.
I love pro wrestling.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to the Brunch Clinic. I am Lawrence Kurtze. We are live. Another big week in wrestling, as yesterday was AEW Wrestle Dream.
Hi, I'm Maxine Dupree.
And I'm Otis.
Hi, I'm the sweetest pea, Christara.
Mars, the specialist.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And we
love wrestling.
Bottoms up, brains on. Welcome to Quizplex here on Love Wrestling, your pro wrestling trivia charity show. My name is Zach Ralph. I will be your host.
This is God's gift to wrestling, Michael Richard Blaze.
We are the Usos.
This is Rachel Ellering.
And we love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. And you all know what that means.
Well, you better know by now. It's episode 235 of this thing.
I guarantee you there's like an 85% chance that's not an accurate number.
Hi, this is Shaz McKenzie.
This is Big Bad Boris.
This is the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
If you're here, thanks for being here. It's For Exposure, Love Wrestling's Independent Weekend podcast where we break down all the best happenings of the world of the independent wrestling side.
I'm Penta. I'm wrestling. And what?
Liza Hall.
I'm the alternative Anthony Green.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling. I love wrestling. And you know what? Ben Casero.
That's called scatting, kids. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is time for a excitingly fun, I hope, episode of Saturday Night Love. My name is Big Bad Boys.
I'm Big Ben Ortmans.
Hi, this is Smiley Patty Ray.
I'm Sky.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Of course.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It's Thursday night. It's 8 p.m. And you know what that means. It's another new episode of Between Two Beards.
Can we start off with the biggest news of the week? The Rats lost!
If you've got the budget, I've got the time.
There he is.
Hey, boss!
Very good, boss.
Hey! The man with the finest beard on this screen. Canadian men, boys, shut the hell up. Let me talk.
You see, the Rads are resourceful. When I got beef with somebody, I can find a way to talk to them.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. And you all know what that means.
I'm still not sure. It's been 262 of these. What does that mean exactly?
It means it's time for another new episode of Between.
I thought
that's what that means.
I thought that's what it meant. I wanted to make sure. It's a crazy. How are you? I know.
I was doing a lot better before you wore that Lakers hoodie. Piece of trash. I thought we were friends.
Just wait till you see.
Oh, we were friends. You come in here. What's next?
Just wait till you see what hat I bought this week.
I don't give a shit if you bought it. If it's on these airways, it will be our last show. I assure you.
Listen.
Sure.
Okay, I didn't think about it, but this was my day. Okay, I had to work all day. Then
And you thought you'd remedy that day by buying a New York Yankees baseball cap?
I'll explain.
Disgusting work. Disgusting work.
I didn't even think about. I just threw this on, but I've been home for all of like 20 minutes, up until like an hour ago. And I just was like, I need something to wear. Listen, this is a Shaquille O'Neal Lakers.
Listen, that's at least a player.
Yeah. O'Neal on the back. I can't turn all the way around.
I had the luxury of meeting that man.
Oh, I bet. Is he? And you? We met Omos.
I was
Cleveland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
I recreated the Andre the Giant famous picture with the child, with Omos in Cleveland, and that was also. I believe Cleveland was the first time we met this gentleman that we have joining us.
Should we do the thing
as well? Do you want to do the thing? Is there any other early happenings we need to get out of the way before?
I always got early happenings, but we could do it because he's the man. He's the myth. He's one of our favorite people. We're happy to have him back. Joey Karni. He's the man. He's here. We met him in Cleveland. We've seen him all over the place. You've seen him all over the place. Here he is. What's up? Welcome back, brother.
What's going on, guys?
How we doing, brother?
I'm just upset. JPJ is taking co-host applications after the hoodie choice.
No, you're all right. You're on thin ice, though.
I appreciate you guys asking me to come back.
Of course, always. It's always a
Nothing
good
better
time.
to do on a Thursday night than be between two beers.
Right?
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
That's how, I mean,
and speaking of that, Zach Miner's in the house. Say a National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. We got Billy Traverse in the house. Fernando, Scott. They're with you. They're hanging out with us. And like you said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out to your friends. If you want to ask Joey a question, he crushed it over WrestleMania weekend. If you want to ask this superstar here a question or two and you want to guarantee that we ask it, send us a super chat. Keep the lights on so I can buy more Lakers stuff. And
love that.
You know, he doesn't get like all emotionally and happy when I wear the Celtics ad. He just gets like upset.
Because you barely do.
I've worn it a couple. So Joey, if you're not initiated, I have an addiction to lids.com's clearance section.
You know, I think we've all been there and done that at some point.
Yeah. So like if it's on a good price point, I will buy it. I will never buy it full price, but I'll. And so like this was $12, right? And I was like, well,
you can't pass that up.
Yeah, you know, I bought a Vince Carter one today.
You can't definitely pass that up.
See,
that could have been 12 cents, and I would still walk right by it. I'd walk right by it. 12 cents that could be. I'd be like, no, I'm good. Absolutely good.
You see, I have that same problem when it comes to like clearance on WWE Shop.
Yeah.
Fair.
They got some bangers over there at WWE Shop. Sometimes you find some gems in the $5 shirt bin and stuff.
They have a bunch of Cena stuff right now, and Cena's my guy. So you know,
there you go.
House. Bill's in here saying I need a Raptor shirt. I have a Raptors hoodie, and fun fact, I bought a Vince Carter that is in this style the other day. It's $8. I was like, I can't pass up Vinsanity. So Bill, so maybe next week when it shows up, that's what I'll wear on stream.
I have no issue with the Toronto Raptors. None whatsoever.
Is there anybody any space that you wouldn't wear? Obviously, there are things that we're all not going to wear, but I just meant because you just dislike a franchise or a wrestler per se. Is there something, Joey, that you're like, it could be 12 cents and I ain't buying it?
See, here's the thing. I grew up in New Jersey. I live in New Jersey. Grew up a major New York fan. So Boston anything?
Ooh, spicy.
I know.
But we live off that shit, though.
That's it. See, it's a fun rivalry between cities.
Yeah, we live off that shit. Here's the thing. All right. I have the rivalries that I grew up with. I grew up with the Red Sox Yankees, so I despise the Yankees.
Exactly.
Football is multiple because they were multiple. We were good for 20 years, and we had a run with the Colts, and we had the Steelers throughout, and we had a run with the Ravens, and all. So I hate all those teams.
Yeah.
The Celtics were the Lakers, even though that I got to witness that in a couple finals, which was nice.
Yep.
But like that was before my time, was the heat of that. But that's their big rival. We have East rivals, but and then the Canadians with the Bruins. Like, so I hate those teams because that's how I was raised.
Exactly.
To hate those teams.
Yes.
So that's what it is to me. I don't dislike a ton of other teams, but like I also am the type of sports fan that like I'm not gonna wear an article of clothing of another sports friend, even if I don't like let's just throw like the Minnesota Vikings. I like purple's my favorite color. Look at the color of our show. Like I love the Vikings. I have no problem with the Minnesota Vikings. I love Randy Moss, one of my favorite. I would never wear an article of anything with Minnesota Vikings on it because I support the Boston teams.
Yeah.
I support my teams, but I
know you're wearing a Cubs hat. That's a team you support, but then you're wearing a random ass Lakers hoodie. To me, that's crazy.
I don't know where it started. I don't know where it came from, but for some reason, as long as I don't hate you as a school, college-wise, or a pro team, which I don't hate very many pro teams. There's only 2. I'll rock it, man. I don't know. It's just my thing. It's my style. I don't know. I also, for a long time there, was justified buy a new hat, make a video, make content, use content. So I got a few new hats coming. So you'll stay on the lookout. Got some more videos happening. That's kind of how I justify it to Mrs. Pluggo. She told me I could have as many hats as I want, as long as I find a home for them. And they're multiple.
See, that's the key. You need to find a space for them.
I do. 100%. I need to find a new space for them because I got a Jaguars hat and a Phillies hat today. I don't know. It was just they were so cheap I couldn't say no, which I probably should block myself from the website. But we're not here to talk about my shopping addiction. We're not here to talk about my shortcomings in life. We're here to talk about the world of professional wrestling. I don't know where you guys want to start. Kind of a quiet week, kind of not a quiet. We could start a little Backlash. What'd you think overall, Joey? Backlash.
Backlash. I'm sorry. Yes, we can talk. Backlash.
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 Yes.
Backlash.
It was definitely Backlash.
Yeah. Listen. I went in.
You ever seen that Mad TV sketch? I went in with lowered expectations.
Yes, I went in thinking that this was going to be pretty mid.
Yeah,
and I think it exceeded those expectations. I thought it was a good show. Overall. Nothing seismic happened.
Yeah,
but I thought it was I thought the wrestling was good. I thought the wrestling was good. I
saw a lot of people on social media, Twitter to be specific, calling it like it seemed like an episode of Raw. Like it wasn't like over the top. It just felt like an episode of Raw. Like the matches you could have seen on a Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I would say I would have classified it as more of like a higher end Raw, right? Like I would have been like, I thought it was well paced. I thought the timing was good. I thought Asuka and Io, they let that breathe for a minute. And obviously with the news coming out about Asuka this week that she's going to be going away for a little while, like definitely hit a little different. But even like the Danhausen match, not for everybody, right? Like there's a bunch of people that kind of knocked Backlash down because of that. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, you're not a Danhausen. You didn't like the match, or you're not a Danhausen guy.
Dude, I love Danhausen.
Okay.
And it's funny because I'm not necessarily a big fan of like that comedy of wrestling. Like I loved Santino, back in the day.
Yeah.
I still love R-Truth. That kind of comedy I've always been a fan of. Danhausen was a little different because it was more like a cartoon type of character. It wasn't realistic in a sense.
Yeah.
So it took a minute for me to get on the bandwagon, but I don't know. I'm firmly on the Danhausen bandwagon. I got to talk to him at WrestleMania, and he was such like a cool dude, like so cool and like so like I don't know, just an overall cool guy. And for me, that match at Backlash, obviously it was like a rollover from WrestleMania with that angle they did with The Miz and Kit Wilson and John Cena, but like it was funny for that. I didn't think they needed to do like a whole match for it like that. That was in the moment as it was happening. I was like, what is this? Like, because they had set the expectations that it was going to be that the mystery tag team partner was going to be somebody like a
who was
but if I could push back, did they set the expectations that it was going to be that, or did the wrestling fan? Because this is who we are. We're wrestling fans.
Danhausen did say that his partner was somebody that loved money, so he kind of like planted that.
And they did it on commentary too a few times.
They kind of planted the seed a little bit. Like, yes, I can understand that we sometimes will run with something.
Yeah.
But it gave me this vibe that like maybe they had some ideas and that they just didn't kind of materialize. But the way that they presented it, like it was El Torito. I mean, he must like money.
It was awesome.
I was like, maybe it's Shane McMahon, maybe it's, I was going there too.
I thought it was going to be like Royce Keys or somebody like that. Like I thought it was going to be like somebody they were going to have do all the dirty work and look like a monster and put over a little bit. So I thought it would be that. But
it could have been Mrs. Pluggo, who's in the chat. Yes. Hi, Mrs. Pluggo, the love of my life, the apple
there
of
we
my
go.
Another person on the planet that does not understand my mixed match team obsession thing. So.
It's not that we there's nothing bad about it. I can't fathom it. For me, I don't know. Like I wasn't disappointed. Like when the Danhausen came out, I laughed. I was just like, okay. And then I kind of knew that Kit Wilson and The Miz were the two perfect guys to make this work. Yeah. You know what I mean? Especially Kit Wilson. Like he gets it at a level, he's been wrestling for a long time, obviously pretty deadly, but like he gets it at a level that is like I look at him and I go, that's like a comedy guy that could be around for a long time. Like, like have that niche in WWE for a long time. I don't know. And then I like the whole gimmick with, I thought that maybe when he got thrown in there, it was going to come out as a big guy. Like there was going to be like a big guy with face paint on. I thought maybe, that would be Royce Keys or that would be somebody. Then they did the shtick when it was a bunch of them, which I thought was equally kind of as funny.
Shouldn't that have been a DQ though? Or is it because it's one person really? It's not a DQ because technically speaking, it was just a clone. So it's a carbon copy of a person. I needed answers. I was very perplexed on that. Nobody's giving me a straight answer on that.
I enjoyed this. Again, I don't know. I guess for me, like when I first started watching wrestling, it was during the very hokey era of wrestling where we had Duke the Dumpster Drosy and there were police officers and Mounties and, Giant Gonzalez's and The Undertaker obviously lasted around forever. But, it was very Repo Man and all this stuff.
Repo Man.
Doink the Clown.
And Doink the Clown, who had Dink the Clown, a little person, and all this stuff. And that was just funny
Gilbert.
And goofy. Yes. Funny and goofy was like always around, and I do feel like as a it's much more serious now, but like when this stuff comes up, I'm like, all right, this feels just like the I don't know, I enjoyed it. I did see a lot of people feel a certain way about it, but I thought the match, if anything, was too long. Could have been 5 minutes shorter, maybe.
In the moment I was like, what the hell are we watching? But when it was over, I was like, that was good. Like it wasn't what I expected it to be. What I expected it to be was, a 3-4 minute match, something funny, something funny happens to the Miz, and it's just a quick and fun way to get the crowd going. But they actually made it a decent match. Like I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. And Danhausen, I mean, he's so over. Like, good for that guy.
What a 180 from the debut.
Unbelievable, really. And he got booed on the debut.
Yep.
And then within
expectations.
Yeah. And then within a week, and now he's like literally a top 5. Him and Roman Reigns are the 2 most selling shirts.
He's on ESPN. He uncursed the Knicks, and they're on a 7-game.
Way to go there, buddy.
That's funny.
They're not only winning games, they're winning them by like 30, 40 points.
Jeez Louise.
He did something funny with me at WrestleMania when I was able to talk to him. I asked him because it was what kind of style was it? It was at the junket, and it was like a scrum. So everyone got to ask one question, and my question was, if you can curse one person on the WrestleMania card, who would it be? And if you could uncurse one person, who would it be?
Mm-hmm.
He told me he would uncurse Jade Cargill.
Oh, okay.
And he would curse Roman Reigns.
Wow.
So Roman Reigns ended up winning, and Jade Cargill ended up losing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
He's got some explain. We need that follow up from you, Joe. We're gonna be like, "What's up?"
I tagged him. I was like, "You have to explain this."
Yeah, that's funny.
And it was a hypothetical. You have to remember it was a hypothetical.
Yes, of course.
So it was like, who would you curse?
Yeah, because I think he told you too. He's like, I like Jade Cargill. She's a friend of mine, and I don't think she is cursed. But
he ended up uncursing Rhea too to make it even.
Yeah, exactly. I do want to talk about Backlash because I thought I'm really digging the Jacob Fatu Roman Reigns stuff. I didn't think I would like it as much as I like Jacob, but I was like, oh, we're going right back to kind of bloodline stuff.
Yeah.
But it hasn't felt that. They're really they're putting Jacob, like Jacob was already over, but to me, they have elevated Jacob to a completely different level, even in defeat. And what happened on Raw. And I actually think that there's a chance that he win. If they do this rematch in Italy, I think he could win I think there's a legitimate chance he could win the world title. I've been getting the vibe through the SmackDown side of it because that's where the Usos and him have had their promos. And I've been telling Pluggo for a few weeks. I don't know why, but I think the Usos are going to align with Jacob.
If he doesn't get fired first.
Fair, because he's beating up everybody.
my dude bragging all that on Pierce the other night.
Yeah,
I was like,
you can't do that.
You can't be doing that, man.
You're line stepping a little bit here, Jacob.
Yeah.
You got to play the game, man.
If they do this rematch for the title, I see a world, especially like I know they added Roman back to a few June dates, but like he had like left June. I think there's a world that Jacob, they really put Jacob over and they give him the title and maybe Roman wins it back at SummerSlam or something like that, Joey.
I have a few questions with this because like they were building Jacob on SmackDown as like this huge babyface.
Yeah.
And like he was.
Still kind of is, yeah.
Beat one of the biggest heels in the company, Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. And now like in one night, he's a heel.
Yeah.
Like, and it's confusing because, like, is he a heel or is he a babyface?
And that's what I was just going to say because in this match, which I actually thought it started slow, like most Roman matches do, but this was a good match.
It was.
With Roman and Jacob. It was really good. I liked it. But at the end, Roman cheated. He cheated.
Yeah.
And he won. He's the one that pulled the turnbuckle off the padding.
Yeah.
He
did it in a way where he was in the death grip and he's just flailing. So,
but was that on? Listen,
I think in this particular feud, I think the heel is in the eye of the beholder, right? Because you could make a claim that Jacob's being a real piece of shit heel here. But Roman's doing it too, and I think it's just whoever you vibe with, right? So, like, I resonate more with Fatu because I'm broke as shit too. I know what it's like to struggle, and I get it. You're trying to make a name for yourself, but Romans do it. I get it. I don't know. Like, I'm sitting here every week, back and forth, every time they have some interaction, and then the Usos, the wild card of it all. We had talked, Joey, up until Monday. The Usos are going to line with Jacob Fatu, but he beat them up too.
He did. That ending sequence of Raw was some good stuff.
Can't beat him, join him.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I know. I kind of had when that happened on Monday. I was like, oh, maybe they won't align with them now. He just beat the piss out of all.
But then again, the Usos did take Roman Reigns back.
But I'm saying, and Punk dove in during the Road to Mania with them about how Roman treated him. What if on the way, the next couple weeks getting to Italy, what if Jacob's the one that has another segment with the Usos and he's basically like, hey, man, look at how and maybe Jacob's the one because they're family too.
Yeah.
So
they start doubting Roman Reigns.
Yes, I'm waiting for that.
Because he keeps beating the crap out of him. So it's like, what do we do here, guys?
Yes.
I thought on the night after WrestleMania, when Jacob initially came out, I was like, Roman had his back turned to the Usos. I was like, it's happening here. Usos are turning heel. They're aligning with Jacob. Jacob's turning heel. It's a new war on Raw.
They were wearing those. They were wearing them jerseys, and Fatu was wearing the same style jersey. I was like, all this is happening.
But I think that might have been foreshadowing to what we're.
Yeah, maybe. Because I mean, Jay has been very adamant, like telling Reigns, like, and he would never tell Reigns this stuff during the Bloodlines like peak run, like, hey, this is a guy to worry about. Like, you don't know what you're getting into. Like, he's trying to plant the seed of doubt into Roman's head, or at least some type of proceed with caution. Back in the Bloodline days, they'd be like, yeah, you just run through everybody. So it's definitely interesting. It's definitely intriguing.
How long is Roman going to be around for?
That's what I'm saying.
I think.
Yeah. So
they'll come back at the Rumble, take the winter off, come back for Survivor, come back
for 2,000 days.
Yeah, come back for Survivor Series and run a War Games match, and then
Yep.
We'll see the title then. I got a backlash. So if you want to keep going on this, I got a backlash question for you guys. I want to know. There's no way this John Cena Classic was like.
I thought we were going to talk this. We could talk about this for an hour.
That's not that. Listen, like everybody thought it was Club WWE. Club WWE. That's what he's going to talk
I'm glad it wasn't.
And then I'm glad it wasn't. And then he puts out this John Cena Classic, which in theory sounds kind of cool, but it also sounds like a plan that they were like, we can't go out there and talk Club WWE. We'll get annihilated in the press. Let's do this. And there's nothing. There's no date. There's no brackets. There's no ideas. It's just an idea.
Go off of that.
Please, somebody make it make sense to me.
So it has to do with Club WWE because this whole thing is going to be a part of Club WWE.
Okay.
This is probably going to be the exclusive content you'll get as a part of Club WWE because Cena's the ambassador. All the details are going to come out for it on Club WWE. It's probably going to be one of those shows you have to subscribe to Club WWE to see it and watch the whole tournament and all that stuff. I'm assuming they're kind of leading up to that kind of announcement.
Like now, you have to, if you want to vote.
Like John Cena Classic, to me is like it's very like basic, not thought out. Like we had the Dusty Rhodes Classic in NXT, and they don't even do it anymore. Like, why are we calling it the John Cena Classic? That sounds so basic. Like, make us believe you put some thought into this.
Yeah,
make it meaningful.
So he started explaining it, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was bought in. I was 100% bought in. I'm like,
that Saturday night's main event that that was his last match was an excellent show.
Great show.
Love the concept. Future versus past or present.
And I'm like, ooh, new event. All right, cool. When he mentioned the title, I was like, I'm looking at this the same way I look at the Owen belt. Like, you're gonna win the classic. You're not gonna defend. It's more of a trophy. You're not gonna go defend it anywhere. Get
you a title shot at some point.
Yeah, maybe you do that or whatever. But I'm like, all right,
King of the Ring.
Yeah, I'm like, this is cool, great. Yeah, young versus old, whatever, veteran versus up and comer, blah blah. I'm all in. And then he says, you're going to be able to vote. And even the voting, I was kind of like, kind of lame, but whatever. But then he goes, and even somebody who lost can be the John Cena Classic champion. And I go, I'm done. I'm out. I don't care about this anymore.
But do they go to a triple threat scenario? Like,
I go, what does that mean? What does that mean to me? Like, yes, people can win in defeat. Somebody can get over losing a match, but you can't become champion if you lose.
Well,
there's no way.
In his defense, the reason that he threw that caveat, a shout out to Auntie Collins is in that she's stuck in traffic. The reason he threw that caveat in is because when he debuted, he got so much goodwill with just having a close match with Kurt Angle. So he's trying to, but at the end of the day, like, that's cool, John. But yeah, if you're going to do tournament style, somebody's got to win. And I would hate to be the person that, like, if I'm Obafemi and I'm in that tournament and I ragdolled somebody and they were like, well, we really appreciated the guy that got ragdolled, so we're going to vote for him. I'd be pissed.
So I have a concept that they can steal because they do steal a lot of my stuff. A lot of stuff that goes viral somehow ends up.
Hey, more power to you.
Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. put that out and freaking.
Hey, all right. We're gonna clip it then, so maybe they'll steal it. We'll get some splashback off of your
this will be confirmation. So the only way that they can make the voting process seem like legitimate is, okay, they do this tournament, right? Because think about it. John Cena's debut, like you mentioned, he lost his debut, but he was made because of the moment he created, right? It wasn't necessarily about the win. It was more of the impact he made, right? So that's kind of where the voting will come into. You have this tournament commence, right? And the winner of that tournament is automatically in the final. The other opponent is the one that's voted for. Who made the biggest impact throughout the tournament? That person now faces the winner of those bracket matches, and that winner gets the championship.
See, I would be more okay with something like that.
Like the winner who, like the guy and girl who actually won was the best overall wrestler in those matches versus the wrestler who is voted for based upon the impact they made in that tournament. Someone like a Chelsea Green who may not win, but you'll see her every week on SmackDown, like parading herself to be in this, to be the chosen one, and make it a gimmick on TV.
Plus, if you have like a monster heel, you hit lightning in a bottle with a monster heel, you could have them run through this thing. And then the Chelsea Green, you're right, underdog, you build that automatic life. She was the fan vote. She's the one that we want to see take out whoever. Like, that'd be money.
Fan favorite is voted, and now you have the winner, like the best wrestler, and the most fan favorite. And the winner of that match gets this championship trophy, plaque, whatever the hell they give.
Ope 3 ways in the chat saying 3 handsome gents talking wrestling. That's pretty cool. You know what? You guys are 2 handsome gents with a third that's a hologram. Donnie's not real, but they say they want Oba Femi versus Mason Rook in that.
Mason Rook. Hell yeah, dude.
He reminds me of like when Kevin Owens came into NXT.
Okay.
Right to the top.
Yeah. He's going right to the top.
Fly like that. Like just the way he moves in the ring is flawless.
He's another one of those dudes that like his debut, right, got a lot of flack online, and they were all like, "Who's this fat guy?" And then over the last few weeks, I knew who he was because Progress Wrestling at JPJ, and I got to see him
live. We saw him
live.
The fact that they said a fan's in the ring, I was like, "Oh,
a fan that just a 300-pound fan who just hits a."
But he's another one of those guys that you give him a couple of weeks and boom, like he's hit the ground running. Grainmaker's in the house going, they need more trophies in wrestling. Yeah, we need more.
Sure,
more championships.
More championships and more trophies for
Listen,
everybody.
I was hopeful that John Cena was going to sit there and tell me that we were going to condense some of these belts down because he said it was going to affect some champions. We're just making new champions instead. So
yeah, he said he originally said it was like something that's going to like make a huge impact on his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly like. I don't want to sour on it too much because we haven't seen it yet. It could be awesome. It could be dope. It is got John Cena's name behind it, so you know he is going to care about it. But at the end of the day, it left me at Backlash going, there's a lot more questions than answers to this thing. And don't paint yourself in that corner, like you said, with the voting and all this stuff, unless you have like a concrete system that you're excited about. So we will see how it.
They should have called it the John Cena Invitational. That's what they should have called it.
Yeah.
But because that, again, like you said, they had the Dusty Classic. They've done the Classic.
And they stopped
the Mae Young Classic. Yeah. They've done the Classic.
Well, they stopped doing the Dusty Classic shows because they cut all the damn tag teams out of the.
Well, yeah. I mean, you need.
Well, that's another thing. Who from NXT goes into this John Cena Classic?
Yeah,
what they all just
are there to go against the main roster?
Yeah.
Right now.
I mean, I think Mason Rook would have to be one of the top choices, to be honest.
They're in a bit of a transition period down there.
In a big time. Yeah, they're in a big time. Which
I don't see Tony D'Angelo versus Seth Rollins being a match I'd want to see.
No,
but believe it or not, believe this is probably the perfect time for NXT to do this mass exodus / we're going to revamp our whole roster, because you're heading into the summer months. People's appointment TV is not as prevalent in the summer, because you're like, I want to go out and do things. Let these people get some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some reps under their belt on TV. And then by the time we get to fall and we're like, holy shit, look at this Mason. Who's this Mason Rook guy? This Keanu Carver. Like, it's going to be, I think it was a smart play on their part to go, we got these guys that, like the Joe Hendrys, this Ricky Saints, the Ethan Pages, like, let's just do this. Let's rip the Band-Aid with all of them.
We already know we're going to get Keanu Carver versus Obafemi. That's going to be legit one of those matches in that tournament.
Sure.
For sure.
That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea behind Keanu Carver in NXT. Like, he's going to be the next Oba. Yeah, that guy, that powerhouse that just goes through everybody.
So it's like, is it gonna be like the John Cena? He's gonna like have like a panel. He's gonna be like the Simon Cowell. He's gonna have some judges, and we're gonna do like the thumbs up voting. Like, I gotta know more. I gotta know more.
Yeah. It was one of those things where, again, I was worried that it was going to be Club WWE, and I was going to be like, would be so tone deaf.
He told me last week, he goes, if it's Club WWE, dude, I'm not doing this show tonight.
I was like, but I said, I was like, look at, man, I go, I said, if they did that to me, I would have been like, that is so just off the mark of what. You just don't get it at all. Like it's just, I would have been unbelievable. But
you know what I'm confused about?
Yeah.
What is Club WWE?
I don't know.
No. You get
every week. You want to be in this. It's the best thing for every WWE fan. John Cena is going to be the face of it.
You get a special entrance.
We don't even know.
You get special entrances to pay-per-views.
Club.
Yeah. It's like you
get special, man. Like, what are you talking about?
You get to go make pasta with Cody Rhodes in Italy, man.
And on top of it, like, I got to know how much this is going to run, right? Like,
at least it's going to be thousands of dollars.
Do we pay for this thing? Is it like a membership we pay for, or is it like? I mean, like, take it out of the ticket sale. You're already doing that, like.
Unbelievable.
Hey, listen, I said, man,
tickets, like, take the $10 out of that. What happened to $9.99?
Dude, don't bring all that.
I would pay for Club WWE if it was a revamped version of the WWE Network and all of their content is there, plus all of the things that they're marketing. That would be
it's in an app, and you get, if you're on the app and you're paying $10 a month, you get all the content. You can have the exclusive promo codes. Yeah, 100%. Like, I worry that they're going to do this thing and they're going to price it so high that some people aren't, like, obviously, they're going to outprice it if they're offering special entrances into the arena.
Yeah.
And I just go, but what is that? Like, okay, do I still have to pay the outrageous ticket price on top?
Yes. You're going to get a discount on tickets with this.
Do I get, okay, like, I got to know, like,
where the price is going to go up.
I'm interested, but listen, if it's over over $9.99 a month, I'm out.
It's going to be way over $9.99.
And it doesn't have Legends House. I'm out.
Dude, Legends House was the best show on the network. Dude. And it was like one season, right?
Yeah, one season. They just threw like Jimmy Hart and Tony Atlas, Roddy Piper. Okerlund was drunk all the time, and every time the host came in, he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she's like, "Calm down, Gene."
Fighting with everybody. Pat Patterson had this whole like coming out of the closet.
Yeah, he was crying. I remember that.
On TV.
Even though he was already out at that point, but they like had like a really heartfelt moment about it.
I didn't know that. Did you know? I didn't know.
I thought he was. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I just remember I remember that
in the back he was, but like I don't think publicly.
But they were, and he was like super, and they're all like, "We don't care, dude." We're like, we love you either way. And I was like, "Hell yeah!" Like, bring back
Jim was freaking awesome.
Yeah, like, Hacksaw Jim Duggan was on that shit.
And we had the Mae Young Classic. We had
the Cruiserweight Classic. We had the Mae Young Classic.
Yep.
Oh, I remember
those were the
the
good
days.
times, man. I remember that first Cruiserweight Classic. They had like fucking Zack Sabre Jr. was in there. Kota Ibushi was in there.
Yep.
And like a bunch of other guys. Some of them they signed to 205 Live and stuff. But like all these guys were in there. And it was like, this is really the best. Like they got the best wrestlers in the world.
I don't know if you guys saw it on NXT this past week, but Jackson Drake, which by the way, I think is
that whole group is incredible.
I love the whole thing. Jackson Drake individually, I think is going to be the next. He's going to be like the next Randy Orton. Like that guy's to the moon.
I praise. I like
that. He said on NXT, and it was so strange because it aged me so badly. He's like, I remember watching the Cruiserweight Classic. I was 12 years old.
Fuck you, Jackson Drake. Respectfully.
What the hell? Well, he's like 22, and I'm thinking to myself, that wasn't that long ago. And this kid's really young. You don't realize that he was 12.
That's
what?
terrible.
Bill's got a great question. How is everyone tonight? How is everybody? Let us know in the chat, man. I'm doing great, Bill, man. We're hanging out with Joey here. We're chilling.
Talking about wrestling.
It's been too long. I'm glad he has time for us. As he's big star now, big star, Joey.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you
never.
You did ask when we mentioned the NXT with the Cena Classic before we wrap it up. You did mention like who are the people in NXT that you would want to see in a match. Oddly enough, I think Jackson Drake is near the top of the list. Like
1,000%.
You could throw him in there with a lot of dudes on the main roster, and I would buy into that type of thing if you wanted to do that.
Jackson Drake versus Seth Rollins right off the bat.
Yes. Yeah.
He's that kind of guy.
He is. He's that level of guy, and he's so young. He's only going to get better. Like he's, when you talk about people in transition, and I know that, Keanu Carver and Tony D and Mason Rook is there and stuff
Tony
like that.
D's like, what the hell? I just win this thing.
Yeah.
There ain't no challengers.
Exactly. But they're going to build guys through him, which is fine. But I think Jackson Drake needs to be in that discussion of getting near that title. Like, I don't care if he's 22.
Yeah. He needs to get away from that group.
Yeah. I don't care if he's 22.
Yeah.
It needs to happen soon. And I do like the that they got the muscle there.
Yeah.
So what other obviously the opening match, which was another great match on the show, Braun Breaker defeated Seth Rollins and their battle. This was really, really good.
I love
Braun. I felt like Braun absolutely needed to win this match.
Yep.
And there were times in this match I was nervous. And it's not an anti-Seth thing. I like Seth, obviously, but it looked like Seth was going to win multiple times, and I was like, no, like Braun Breaker needs to. I don't know if it's just old WWE brain me thinking like they're not going to do what they should do here, but they did it, and Braun won. This was an excellent match. I think this was immediately shot Braun because Braun had been just kind of not doing nothing, and this immediately shot him back up. And I love the business they did on Monday with Seth coming out of nowhere. I'm in on this, and I thought this match was great, and I thought Braun absolutely should have won, and I was glad that he did.
You know what's so good about Seth is that not only is he one of the freaking best in the world, like ever, but he can lose, and he's still Seth freaking Rollins. That's the best part. Like it doesn't change his position on the show.
Yeah,
we talked about that last week, kind of in depth. Like Seth could take this bullet here for Braun, and it makes another guy off of his.
It actually makes Seth look better. By losing to Braun.
Yeah, and then the post show, him leaning into, hey, maybe I'm not that guy I used to be anymore. Maybe I am getting a little bit old. Maybe I am getting a little like him leaning into that gives his character a different layer.
Yeah, we haven't seen it before. He was because. The prodigal son.
Yes,
he was
I'm the guy. I'm the savior. I'm the architect. I'm the guy. He's never been vulnerable.
Yep.
And when he starts talking that way, that's a little chip away at the armor there, and that's a little chip away at the bravado. Because Seth is obviously an all talent in the ring, but part of Seth Rollins is his confidence. He is one of the best, but he knows and thinks he's the best. And if he's having doubts, I think that's just a layer to the character that we haven't seen before
if you think about it,
in Seth Rollins' whole career.
I had to look it up just because I was curious. If you think about it, Seth debuted in 2012.
Yeah, we're talking almost 15 years now.
And that was, if you add on the fact that he did the ROH stuff and all that before the Indies, he's been at it. Yeah, he's been at it for a minute. So, yeah, and then the injuries pile up a little bit. So maybe you start going, maybe I'm more of the crafty vet than I thought. I think
he's like 40 or 39 right now.
Yeah, he's
young in wrestling terms, but in terms of miles on his body, in terms of being a wrestler, he's got. But, yeah, like I loved this match. I loved that it was sloppy a little bit here and there on Braun's end. I just love that about him. He's the one.
Get him.
Yeah, we're like
it makes him look more vicious.
Where he's because if you've ever seen a wild dog, right, they're not they're all over the place, and he sometimes misses a move, but it works for me. I don't know why.
It also plays into the fact that he's so young, and Seth is now in that veteran stage. It kind of shows that like maybe Seth can't go, maybe maybe Braun's too green. It gives you that area, like that gray area to wonder.
Yeah. Like, are we actually going to let him win this match today? Or, is Seth going to pull out another one? Overall, I just thought the Backlash card as a top to bottom I think it was what they needed. Was it a world beater show? No, but I think given the week leading up to it, I thought this was a good overall.
The problem is that it's a few weeks after WrestleMania. Then we have, I believe,
it was Saturday night's main event next week.
This weekend or next week, whenever it is. And then like a week or so, like after that is the Clash in Italy. There's no room to build anything.
Yeah.
There's like 4 pay-per-views in a month span. How do we
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, traditionally they don't go crazy balls to the wall for the Saturday night's main event stuff. But at the end of the day, too, like,
can I give you my hot take for Saturday?
By the way, if anybody wants to donate a super chat, because Saturday night's main event is in my backyard, but the ticket is still a little like, I don't know if I want to force that over.
Fort Wayne, Fort Wayne.
Yeah, it's only about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Super chats in.
Yeah, get them super chats. Who wants to buy me a ticket to Saturday night's main event?
My hot take for Saturday night's main event, and Bill asked us in the chat about this fella. I think Ethan Page should beat Penta.
1,000%.
Ooh.
1,000%. Skyrocket him. He is so
that guy.
He's
complete
so
package.
entertaining.
Yeah, he's so good. But Penta just got that thing.
I know. And look at that is no.
It would be a huge statement. Yeah, it'd be a huge statement.
No slight at Penta whatsoever.
Nope. It's actually
Page should beat him.
Let me tell you something. Penta did way, and I don't know if this is going to sound bad or not. I don't know. Penta did way better than I expected with that Intercontinental Championship, just because he's defended it so often and every match has been great. But Ethan Page needs that title. Like the way they've been setting it up with him on Raw, it's almost like it needs to happen. But also, what is Raw and WWE in general lacking right now?
Tag teams.
What is
Lucha Brothers? Please, for the love of God.
That's a great
Take that
point.
title off of Penta before he gets stale, because people's attention span is way quicker today than it used to be. Put it on Ethan Page. He'll go out every week, deflecting, defending it, cutting these great like he did in NXT with the North American Championship, the longest reigning North American champion for a reason. It was entertaining. Have him do that with the IC title. You put Rey Fenix back with Penta. There's a new tag team in the division. Now we can start building the tag teams back up.
You could do far worse than like Logan Paul, Austin Theory versus the Lucha Bros. You know what I mean? Like that'd be cool. And Grainmaker asked, when do the Brian Cage matches start? Tomorrow night at Warrior Wrestling. We had a couple people in the chat on Saturday being like, "Are you showing Brian Cage matches?" Because we were previewing Warrior.
All right.
Like you guys doing Brian Cage matches, and we're like, we're not showing matches. We're just chatting about it. And then they immediately left.
Oh man. I have a bit to talk about with Brian Cage, maybe a little bit later on the show.
A little Cage.
Cage talk.
Before we talk about the returning Brian Cage, we got to figure out where's CM Punk, guys.
Well, hold on.
Oh, you got more. Whoa. I got to know.
Hold on.
I need my guy back.
No, it's all right. I need to know, Joey, before we get through we're done Backlash, basically. Io and Asuka was excellent. We didn't talk about it in depth.
Match of the night, I think.
I think so, too. It was tremendous.
Yeah, where's she going?
And then Io obviously gets the victory. Student beats master type of thing. Very, very good. And then they had that great moment afterwards where Asuka got very emotional. And then all the rumors started. Holy shit, is Asuka done? That felt like that could have been a thing. Yep. And then you started seeing other wrestlers tweeting pictures of Asuka or just like thanks to Asuka. And then this whole thing was like, holy crap, was that like silently Asuka's retired? Like, was she done here with WWE? Yeah. Then we started hearing semi-retirement. And then we kind of found out that she's this personal stuff happening at home and she's going to go away for a bit. We don't know just a bunch of emotions and a bunch of news. And then I thought on Raw, they had that really nice backstage segment. Yep. Where Asuka said, I was waiting for someone to take over for me, basically. Yep. And she goes, I'm glad it was you. And then, Io was like, no matter how often we fight, we're always going to be family. Like, thank you. I'm going to miss you. And Asuka kind of walked off with her suitcase. And it was
should have missed it her. Just kidding.
She should have. And
could you imagine?
Yes.
All right, see ya.
I know.
She's like, where's Asuka? Where's Asuka? Like, she left 5 minutes ago.
She missed it your ass and just took off. I must say, even I'm glad it kind of doesn't feel like it's a long, like super long, like a retirement or leaving WWE. I'm glad. Open-ended. One of the all-time greats, Asuka.
Absolutely. Underappreciated.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And she should have never lost to Charlotte. They should have never stopped that. But regardless of that, just always great, no matter good guy, bad guy, tag team, top of the card, always great.
Yep.
Her matches were tremendous. I just, the greatest NXT women's champion of all time, never lost the belt. Undefeated in NXT. You can make an argument the greatest NXT wrestler, superstar of all time. Just like you said, underappreciated is the right word. Just an all-time great. And even though it's not like a swan song, I was glad that she kind of got those few days of flowers from everybody, because just as good as it gets. And banger music. They got away from it for a little bit, but they gave it back to her. Like just presentation, colors, just everything. One of my all-time favorites.
There's never been anyone like her.
No.
Yeah.
Just uniqueness all around. Like and honestly, like when she debuted, it was must-see TV. Like NXT, you start hearing these rumblings and you're like, I got to check this out. When is it going to happen? Like, because when you get in NXT and you get to the level that she got in terms of days, you're like, when's that? But
it was kind of out of nowhere. Like,
and then she debuted on that main roster. Same thing. Just where it's like, holy shit. And Scott says everyone could tip 20 times a piece and it still wouldn't cover half the price of a ticket. They're not that bad for Saturday Night's Main Event. If everybody wants to drop a 20, I think I could safely get there.
That's good. That's not bad. But even when I remember, so I went to WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, and the WrestleMania wasn't great, but the NXT was incredible. That was Nakamura's debut against Sammy, and it was Asuka and Bayley. And Bayley was the champion, and Asuka was undefeated. But I can assure you that everybody in that arena, we all thought for sure Bayley was winning that match. I don't even think there was we didn't think that Asuka was going to win that at all.
You watched to see who was going to be the one to beat Asuka.
Yes. And then when Asuka won that, you could hear the whole crowd be like, holy shit. When Bayley passed, I was like, what?
Yep.
Okay. And then she just never lost that thing. Yep. She man. I think her and Baszler to me are like the pinnacle of NXT women's
1000%.
champions. They're like the top two to me ever. Although JC Jane, real good run there. But like those two are like the epitome of it to me.
For me, it's Asuka, it's Shayna Baszler, it's Io, and then it's JC Jane. That's my top four of NXT women.
Roxanne was really good down there too. She held it, but those are. But man, I love Asuka. It's a shame we're not going to be able to see her for however long. Hopefully everything is fine, and we get to see her SummerSlam, or maybe a big Royal Rumble return, whatever.
I want to foreshadow a future for her. Can I do that fast?
Yeah, of course you can.
I think that this time that she's gone, right? Because they obviously know she's coming back.
Yeah.
At some point. Mm-hmm. So when I said open-ended before, I truly meant like they're leaving it open-ended. Why they did it the way they did is because by the time she comes back, Io is going to be a heel. She's going to be the champion. You're going to see she's going to be like the biggest heel in the women's division because she's that damn good, right? Mm-hmm. Let her even take the Asuka face paint, right? Asuka passed it down to her, whatever, and she's just on a warpath. And then a babyface Asuka comes back, and those two are face to face.
Yeah.
It's definitely
a WrestleMania match.
I think that's a Mania. I think that's a Mania.
That's
main
definitely
event.
Smart because no matter what, Asuka would get a pop in a return, so you might as well just lean into it. Hell, you could even have Io misting people. Like, go crazy with it. Why not? And be like, what are you doing?
Look at and people forget in NXT. When Io really first got over with NXT, it's when she was a heel. They changed her music. She was wearing all black.
It wasn't working at the beginning.
No, it didn't work at the beginning.
That was with Candice LeRae, I believe.
Yes. And then she changed her music. She got that cool music that she has now. And she was wearing all black and
white. Yep.
And she was like shouting and screaming her whole way down the ramp to the ring, like just yelling at herself. And it was just crazy.
That's where it took off.
And that's when it took off. And she was a heel and she was a savage. Yep. And I would not hate that side of her returning to the main roster at some point and kind of doing that. That would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. Because like Pluggo said, Asuka, regardless of how you bring her back, when she comes back, she's getting the pop of the night. Like people are going to lose their mind. Yeah. So I think that would be a good way to.
And just to put a bow on the Io Asuka match, anyway, that was so good that the "We Want Kyrie's" chants died out pretty quick because that was definitely looming over that match. But
who knows? Maybe she comes back at some point too.
Maybe. And listen, Asuka, take your time, girl. Do whatever you got to do. We're always going to be waiting here for you, or wherever you go, we'll support you.
Yeah.
And then she's one of the best, man. One of the best.
Yeah, for sure. And then the only other match we didn't really touch on was Trick Williams defended the title against Sammy. I thought this was a better match than they had at SummerSlam. Obviously, they had more time here. Little Yachty was there. He got involved.
Predictable.
Predictable. Yeah, this was a fine match, but it was predictable. I kind of thought everybody thought Trick was going to win. I do like Sammy still coming out and like high-fiving some people. Like he thinks he's the good guy still. Like he doesn't, he thinks he's the good guy. And I saw some quotes.
Careful, we're a Canadian promote. He is the good guy.
Okay, fair. I'm sure there are plenty of people.
I'm just trying not to get fired today, man.
That's fair. That's fair.
How do you guys feel about them like potentially playing like hot potato with the U.S. title?
I don't hate if it's
like
done.
Sammy cheat or like something happens where like Sammy wins it back.
Yeah,
and like I'm a good guy. I didn't cheat. I didn't do anything bad.
I think it'd be cool to like have him because he's kind of playing like he's kind of playing that grizzled vet we talked about with Seth, right? Yes. Where he's like he definitely pulled out some heel stuff with the knee faking the knee injury, but that's hey, that's teaching the young guy like don't let up, right? Yep. So if he steals one on Trick and then Trick's like, it'd be kind of fun to see Trick chase Sammy for a minute there if they hot potatoed it, but. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, this match was better than WrestleMania, but it's about, unfortunately, I think it was about because it was bad, but it was about the least exciting match on the card. Yeah. There wasn't a whole lot. Sammy spent most of his time focused on Little Yachty there. That's what cost him at the end.
Oh, well, Little Yachty took a hell of a
happen.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
You knew where they were going with it.
Yeah. That Haluva kick, though.
Those all the dollar bills Little Yachty threw up.
Yeah. My favorite thing was, Little Yachty took that Haluva kick outside, and he sold it pretty well. It looked like he got like killed, and then 3 minutes later, he was just up in the ring.
He was like, "I'm good, I'm good,"
flipping money.
One of those underrated celebrity like involvements.
He did a great job.
I haven't disliked anything. I thought he's been good, and
he's been consistent.
Yeah, he's been consistent. He's been showing up. He's doing what he needs to do.
It's a big a big artist.
Again, yeah, that is a big artist. To me, again,
is he? I mean, I know of him, but
he's a Grammy nominated artist. Again, it's not my. I'm not in that world. That's not. I don't
anybody
get
nominated
a ton. But if you're, I think he's a notable.
I'm not in that world, but I know the name.
Exactly.
So, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know the name and I know of some of his songs and I'm familiar. I just didn't know how big. I'm the type of guy when it comes to music. Like I listen to what I listen to. I like what I like, and like I don't know outside of like the all timers. Like I don't know if these people were as big as I make. Like but Joey, we can get Joey could be a Grammy nominated artist at some point. I bet you got some pipes on you, dude. I bet when you get up to karaoke
dude, I stay away from those.
No,
you don't throw down on some. Okay. You never belt it out.
You don't have a go-to. You don't have a go-to karaoke song.
Never done karaoke.
Not once.
Nope. Okay.
That's like
maybe in the car by myself, but
yeah.
What is it? Would you be open to let's just say we were all together. And
let's say it was a media thing and they had a media karaoke.
Would you be down?
I probably would.
Okay.
After a drink or two,
All right. Okay.
Oh yeah, you got to have the liquid.
So he can be bought a couple drinks, and we got him.
Pluggo, you got to go to karaoke song.
This is gonna sound. This is true. I actually used to run
Backstreet. Are you gonna say Backstreet?
No, I used to run a karaoke night.
Oh, all right.
At a bar. So
you had to karaoke.
I used to sing Justin Bieber's "Baby" a lot.
Wow.
All right. I also Yellow Card. I also Mrs. Pluggo. I actually met Mrs. Pluggo. I was singing Cartel.
Oh,
wow.
And she was like, "Oh, I don't know if she liked the song or she liked me singing it, but the rest is history."
So you were the guy that got up there and you played a song, and half the people there were like, "What the hell is this song?"
Yep. Oh yeah, I used to be like, so basically what I used to do, right?
I would run the jukebox. I would run the jukebox at all the bars me and my friends would go to, and I would play stuff that nobody knew.
Yeah.
Nobody knew.
This bar particularly did karaoke 7 nights a week. The bar was set up. There was a karaoke side, pool table side. The guy that ran karaoke every night of the week wanted one. He was like, "I need one night off." They gave it to me, and I would do the exact opposite that this guy did, and people used to fucking hate me. Like I would get into fights because they'd be like, "You play this song." One night I spent the whole night playing like WWE entrance theme songs as people walked up, or one boring, random, lame Sunday night, I would just tell the history of karaoke in between sets. People were so mad at me. So it didn't last super long, but yeah, I could belt some stuff out.
Unbelievable. My go-to is Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I nail it every time. Nail it every
a media karaoke thing. We should make that happen.
Yeah, I think it's been done in the past. I saw Spencer Love, our boss. I saw him do karaoke in front of Nick Gage.
Oh wow!
So that was a time.
I was disappointed when I went to Squared Circle Expo. They had karaoke at the Squared Circle Expo after like hours, and I had to get back home, and it was late, and I was like, I can't. But I missed a hell of a time. I heard.
Yeah. I heard that was a good time. I heard that was a good time.
Next time we're all together, we'll sing it up, and we'll get you singing.
I'll be ready.
And we still got to get Baron Corbin. You know what I mean,
dude,
brother.
Yeah, which we tried.
We had to go to that. Yeah, we had to go to that Damien. Well, yeah, we tried with Baron Corbin. Listen.
He offered to go out drinking with us. I don't drink, but I still would have went, and we went and watched Damian Priest.
Because we went. It was at the junket at SummerSlam.
Yep.
Where we all first when we all met there.
Yep.
And Baron Corbin was great, and we interviewed him for like. It was like the second half of the thing, and he didn't really have a line, so he was
Nobody was there.
Yeah, he was a little bit more free with his time because there wasn't a line. And I feel like 85 to 90% of the room respects the time. When they tell you 2 minutes, I feel like not everybody. There are habitual line steppers.
Time.
Saw WrestleMania this year.
I can imagine. But 85 to 90% of the room is good about that shit, right?
Yeah.
But there was like not a ton of people over there. It was the second half, and Corbin was very liberal with his time. And he gave Pluggo and I like we were supposed to get 2 or 3 minutes. He gave us like close to 5, and he like grabbed our beards to start it, and like he was very cool, and the audio was fucked.
Yeah.
Audio was
because it was our first time. So after each interview, I checked audio. There was that interview was the only one, and then the Johnny Gargano Super Bowl pick didn't work. So, but I was able to use it in something else.
Yeah.
And so JPJ is kind of freaking out. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, can we just go ask
that
him
was
again?
that at that point, that was easily probably the funnest.
That
was
best.
like Bailey and him, I feel like were the two best we did, but like he was so cool and like down to earth, and it just felt like we were chatting with our buddy. Like that's honestly what it felt like. And
I go, hey, listen, the audio, like, could we like rush through another like quick, and we'll even keep it shorter. Like, we just want to re-hit these points. And he was like, and the guy was trying to rush him out of there, and he goes, dudes, their audio got messed up. I'll hang out.
Yeah. And he's
and,
like,
that's a.
And then he gave us more time.
And then he gave us more time.
And then he was like,
interview.
and then we were leaving, and he goes, you guys want to come out for beers? And we're like, we got to go to this other thing.
One of the only other things we got approved for was the Damian Priest documentary with the Q&A with him and Rhea and Dom.
After that?
Yeah, and it started before the junket kind of ended,
yes,
so we
I
were already
remember
late.
That.
We were already late, and then Corbin's like, "Hey, I'm going to the bar. You guys want to come to the bar?" And I'm sitting there with Pluggo, and I'm like, we should have fucking 1000% blow off this Damian Priest thing and go to the bar with Baron Corbin. I think we're fools if we don't.
Well, from someone that was,
I think we're fools if we don't.
Done that.
Yes,
because we even missed the first like 20 minutes.
So did I. I got there. I walked in. It was like dark. Halfway through, like, where do I sit in the back? Like it was.
Yes, that's exactly what happened to us. We got to sit near Stephanie Hypes, and we became like better friends with her because of that experience. So like she's great. Yes, she's great. So like it was a good experience that we went because we got to kind of bond with her.
Yep.
But like, I was sitting there and I was like, we could have just hung out with Baron Corbin for probably who the fuck knows.
Yep. You would have seen Stephanie Hypes at the other events.
Yeah, and I was like, what if he just really liked us and he was like, dudes, you're hanging out with me all weekend.
Yeah,
I would have been like, fuck yeah,
you guys
man.
said no to him, and he's like, man.
Yeah,
then when his wrestling career's over, he could have been like, hey, I'm going to do a podcast with those two guys because I like the. It could have been it for us.
Yeah.
Damn it.
We could have talked Chiefs football and barbecue.
That could have been the beginning. That could have been the beginning of the rest of our lives.
Could have been.
Yep.
Oh.
Hey, every road leads to something. Auntie, she wants to know if she can hire me. How can she hire me to host her karaoke night? Listen, for you, pro bono. I'll do it for free.
Wow.
I'll give out these.
So basically, what I'm hearing is we have to plan a media outing somewhere in the country where most of us can get to relatively easily and not break the bank. And then we just got to hang out for a few days.
Yeah.
And we gotta have a karaoke night. Maybe we can, we'll do some other things. We'll explore. We'll go out. We'll have a good time.
Not wrestling.
I was gonna say, like a wrestling weekend, but where we're not actually there to work the wrestling.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That'd be a good time. But yeah. All right. So that was. Go ahead. Yes. Go
I was gonna say, speaking of working wrestling, is CM Punk done working wrestling? I gotta know, guys. This is my guy, and I started seeing little murmurs, and I had some. Blair actually texted me and was like, "Is this what's going on here?" And I don't know because I'm not on the ends. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think he's done. I don't think he's near being done at all. I think he's just that world title run. He had to. That world title run wasn't even supposed to happen when it did. Seth got hurt.
Yeah.
Right. He was a fill-in essentially.
Yeah.
And he took on that role and he did really well with it. Like this is
he went everywhere, man. He went everywhere.
He main evented WrestleMania with Roman Reigns, and like that wasn't necessarily the plan, from when Seth got hurt.
And all time main event, by the way. All time main event.
And by the way, Roman Reigns cheated there too, and no one pointed it out. He
look at man,
I'm disqualification.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, there was a lot of ref discretion.
He told the ref, don't call it, and he's like, I guess you're in charge.
Well, if we've real quick to backtrack, we've kind of noticed over the last couple weeks here, like Roman Reigns is in charge because Adam Pearce was going to fire Jacob Fatu.
Yes,
and he's like I cleared him. He's good. It's like, who runs the ship? But yeah, CM Punk.
I think he just needs some time off. Listen, a lot of things happened over the last few months for him. Personally, you know, and I think he's just you need time to recuperate after stuff, you know?
Yeah, and AJ, it looks like AJ's not expected back anytime soon. So hopefully it's just as simple as like, you know, I'm taking
back for SummerSlam.
You know, because they took him off the European dates. And then they added Roman back on. They took this off. It was just kind of like, is there more to this? I'm really hoping surface level, like you said. I hope it's literally the guy is just taking some time off, because I really thought he was really kind of hitting a stride there. Some of the Roman stuff was a little cornball for me, like getting mad about him hitting old. But overall,
I wasn't a fan of the build-up, to be honest.
Yeah, there was some cornball moments in it where it was like Punk didn't come off looking great, but I would say like his overall title run was pretty solid through and through. You know, and I'm just with AJ being gone. I don't know if AJ was, you know, long to stick around as he was or he is, but yeah, you know, get some rest. He just got a fresh tattoo. Larry got
a couple of them, I think.
Yeah.
He got the paw print in the center, and he got the one on the side.
Yeah, like I think, you know, he was wrestling a lot. He had been going on a torrid pace. And, you know, I know
he is 47, 48.
I was going to say, I know they used it as part of the storyline, but he is, you know, he's not 27, you know, he's not even 37. Like, it's
37.
If they don't need him, and if they don't need him right now, if the focus is, hey, you're going to lose to Roman, and then we're going to be doing this, like, you take a month off, take a couple months off, rest up. We're going to build you up for SummerSlam. We'll give you a good opponent, whoever it is. When we get there, we get there. But, like, rest up, get your body right, get your mind right. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I just think that is – like, here's the thing. I love CM Punk, so I like to see CM Punk around, especially the more edgy CM Punk that we saw heading into Mania. But as I'm watching the shows – I'm not really missing CM, if that makes sense. Like, even though I would love to see, even though I would love to see him, I don't feel like the show is missing him currently.
Well, if
like,
you
I think his absence is fine.
He doesn't wrestle on Raw. It's like an in-ring promo, and that's it. For the most part.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're missing much off of Raw. It's more.
Yeah, because he'll just come out and it's a great day to be alive in whatever city. Promote the shirt that he's got, and.
Yeah. So I feel like if he's not doing the European dates, which is June, give him a few months off. Once they get back to the States at the end of June, which they're going to have a month leading up to SummerSlam or 5 weeks leading up to SummerSlam, at that point, he shows up on that first Raw, you know, whether he's heading back towards the world title or maybe he's doing something else for a mid-card title or he has a big feud again. Yeah. And I think that's just kind of what you do. And, you kind of go from there, I think. But my thing is, they haven't even really mentioned him a ton on commentary. Like, it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind.
Because he cut that interesting promo with Cody on the SmackDown, right?
Which was good, a nice tease.
He's like, you know, whenever the opportunity strikes, because he even kind of in that alluded to like, hey, that world title, I got it kind of with an opportunity, and I'm waiting on you. So maybe he's waiting to strike, right? Because if he's taking time off and God forbid anything did happen to Cody Rhodes tomorrow, I bet you they'd be like, hey, Punk, we need you back.
Oh, 1,000%.
You know what I mean? So maybe, you know, he's like, I'm going to take my time, but if the duty calls, maybe that was the promo that we should have known, that maybe that's what he was saying there.
That's Mania, by the way. That match is Mania.
Cody. Oh, 100%. Yeah, like you can't do as much as I am of the ilk that if you've got a match that's hot and ready to roll, don't wait, because we saw what happened with Braun. He gets injured after his big match. We had to reheat him back up. But a Punk Cody match, that's like night 2 WrestleMania stuff. You just kind of, if you can wait, you wait that out for sure. So my guy, we're good. My guy's coming back. I don't have to jump off a ledge and find a new number one, because that's my dude. Love me some CM Punk. Even when he's corny as hell, I still vibe.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. Looking at next year's Mania, I think that the 2 main events are what we just said right there, and then I think it's Roman and Oba.
I'll tell you this.
I think that's what we're getting.
That'd be a good one. I'll tell you this. They're offering making pasta with Cody Rhodes in Italy. I would pay the price to eat a donut with CM Punk.
Would you? A muffin. You got to eat a muffin, actually.
He likes donuts too.
I know, but
if he was like, if they were like, come to Chicago and make a donut,
$5,000 for it to be in Chicago.
Yeah,
Make the place.
Make it exactly. Come have a donut, like the comedians in cars with coffee with Seinfeld. He'd go sit and have a cup of coffee. I just want to sit and have a. I just want to sit and have a donut with CM Punk. I'd pay that. I'd be like, Mrs. Pluggo, we're selling one of the kids. Like, let's just make this a reality. Like,
I'd love to have sit down and have a coffee with Seth.
There you go. See, now
coffee. I'm down for an Amo coffee. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm a big coffee guy. Sit down.
Me too.
Him and I like a lot of the same music.
Yep.
So I feel like we could easily have a conversation over
so
a nice hot.
Yeah. It's a date.
Fun fact about coffee, to bring it back to Baron Corbin, Victory Roll Cafe, Ruby and Angelo's board game that's in my hometown, they use Baron Corbin's coffee.
Yeah, I learned that from from Wheezy.
At their coffee. It's a great place. Like I wish I could go more. But it's just my schedule right now is crazy. But it's fun. You just play board games. They have good food. It's a good time.
I love that.
And Baron Corbin's involved in that as well, so that makes me even happier. I didn't know that until Wheezy's interview.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Wheezy. Shout out to Wheezy. Shout out to Baron Corbin. Shout out to everybody. How y'all doing?
100%.
How's everyone doing? Welcome in.
Not to get off topic, though, I definitely think.
Go ahead, get off topic. That's what we do.
I think I want to see Gunther choke out Cody and take the title.
Agreed.
You want to pay for that experience? Is that? Oh no, that's just.
No.
I'd pay to just see Gunther choke out Cody in a random coffee shop.
I would pay to eat pasta with Cody and have him.
And then Gunther shows up and shows.
Could you imagine?
That's a new thing
I
you do.
need Cody to fall into the pasta. I need Cody
$15,000. You pay $15,000 and Gunther will.
Cody better be getting choked out.
Yeah.
While
I want him.
You're kneading the dough. You're doing the thing, and you're getting it ready. And all of a sudden, you look over and Cody's just getting choked.
I have $10,000. What do I want to do? Do I want to go on Cody Rhodes' tour bus or get choked out by Gunther? Which one do I like?
And then you're just sitting there like, oh damn! And then you think he's gonna choke you out. And you're like, am I next?
So funny.
Invasion of privacy or a kink? Which one?
Yeah, exactly. Is he gonna? Am I next? Is he just gonna leave? I hope he leaves. I just want him to leave after this. Oh man, what a time.
Who's your favorite wrestler of all time? Bill wants to know, Joey. Who's your favorite wrestler?
Mine? I don't know if you can tell by the background, but it's John Cena.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because I talked about Punk being mine.
Yeah, it's so. When people ask that question, it can go so many different ways because it's like you have who are the best wrestlers of all time, and then who are the best characters of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always tell people that you could. Yeah, it's different answers, different eras. Like it changes. Like I hate getting asked like who's my current favorite because I have so many different people that I definitely think are killing it right now. I always go, ugh. I was like, I feel like I'm giving you a cop-out answer, but what are we talking? Like you said, in ring style, character work. Are we talking like Mount Rushmore? So I think it could change at any time you want. I think Cody Rhodes famously said that every time somebody asks him his Mount Rushmore, he gives them a different one, and he's just waiting for people to catch on.
And fun fact, I don't know if you guys signed up to be. It's such a weird thing. The club WWE thing, not to market them or talk about it again, but when you sign up to be a part of it, right?
Yeah.
It's basically they ask you a bunch of questions, and one of the questions is, well, let me backtrack. When you sign up early for Club WWE, you can potentially be a founding member of the club.
You're on the ground.
Wow.
They label you a founding member, and it's like a label you get, which.
Do you get something extra for that?
I don't know, but if you're on the wait list, you get labeled a founding member, which I think it's a different thing than just signing up for it later on. And one of the questions it asks you is, who is your favorite wrestler? Your favorite WWE wrestler? And John Cena is not on that list. It's only current.
Question.
All right.
How many people do you think have actually joined that wait list, right? Like, there's 2 million people watch Raw, right? We'll say, like, how many people do you, and like, what do you think a number is that they would go, Yeah, well, that's a good number. Like, how many like legitimate people do you think are signing up for this thing? Like, I'm generally curious because I know so little about it. I don't know what I'm signing up for. I don't know what I'm even getting on the wait list for.
That's what I did. That's why I signed up for it. I'm not on it, but I'm on the wait list because I want to just see what it is.
Oh, okay.
Like as a media member, I want to know what I can do with this. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Oh,
I mean,
I want to see what it is, and it's like you give all your information and your favorite wrestler, and now I'm on the wait list, and I could be a founding member. I feel like discovering a new nation or something. I don't know.
Now that I have to ask, Joey, when you go out, you do your thing because you crush, man. I'm not just saying that. We love what you do, all the content you make.
Not just you saying it, Sports Illustrated.
I was just gonna say,
are you walking?
Report.
Are you walking up to people being like, yeah, between two beards, saying I'm a founding member of Club WWE. My name's Joey Karni.
You see my pin?
Yeah, do you get a jacket? Do you get a founders? Do you get a jacket?
Yeah, are you putting that on the resume?
I want a founder's jacket.
Let me tell you, not to cut you off with what you were saying, but at WrestleMania, they or at the Superstore at WWE World, they had a little area labeled Club WWE, and it was a roped off area that was like a club. There was couches, a bar, all this stuff, and the only way you can get in is if you sign up at the front to be in Club WWE. They had a spinner there that they were giving away prizes, and wrestlers were coming in there. You could meet them. And of course, I did it. I said, I flashed my badge. I was like, media member, like, come right in. And they were offering a John Cena. I don't know if you guys saw the John Cena shirt he had for WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was based off the Rat Pack.
Yeah.
They had a specific crew neck. It was a beige crew neck of that same shirt, and it was exclusive to the Club WWE, and it had a patch right on the chest, Club WWE.
Wow.
So I'm assuming the merch is going to have the patch.
All right.
Okay.
And I bought it.
No judgment there.
Yeah.
But it was the same exact merch, just this wasn't a t-shirt, it was a crew neck, and it had the patch.
Yeah.
That's cool. Listen, this is kind of like in the John Cena classic vein. Like, I don't want to dump all over this thing until I really know what it is, and then once I realize I can't afford it, then I might be like, snobs. But it could have some cool potential. Like, if at the end of the day they decide that Club WWE is something that will actually truly get back to the fans, and like they said, that there's opportunities to earn points and earn merchandise and stuff. Like, at the end of the day, okay, I'm here for it. If it's outpriced and it's all about the one percenters, the elitist of the elite, then I think it's going to get pushback. But hopefully it's for the common folk, and some people are going to think that's dope to be a founding member of Club WWE. Dude, I've never been the founding member of any club. The only founding member of a club I've ever been in is a club sandwich, because I made it myself.
That's fair. I love a good club.
To be fair, now that I think about it, and I'm going to his wedding in a couple of weeks. There was a kid we used to work with at one of my grocery store jobs back in the day that we used to joke, because I'm going to be a doctor, he's going to be famous. We started a We Hate Him club on Facebook. And it would just be memes we would make just of this guy. And he thought it was funny. I'm sure once he becomes president of the United States, he'll hate it.
I don't think I've ever started a club.
But no, I mean, I guess
I've been in clubs, but I've never started.
I had a backyard wrestling federation. Does that count?
Well, Joe, you could be a founding member of Club Between Two Beards.
I love
Club.
You first could be member.
Do it up.
You'd be the first member. We got nothing. We got no merches, no exclusive nothing yet, but we got an idea.
Could I put it on a resume? That's the only thing that matters.
100%. 100%.
Founding member.
We'll give you our emails. We give you all our references. They'll call us.
We cannot guarantee that putting that on a resume will get you into whatever you're trying to get into, but you're more than welcome to put it on there.
Sure.
We're not super prestigious.
It won't hurt you.
It
won't hurt you. It won't hurt you.
That's the most important part. It won't hurt me.
It won't hurt you. It won't hurt you.
I love it.
We got Shep in the chat saying a good club is very underrated. I assume he's talking about the sandwich.
Or golf club. Chef's a good golfer.
Golf. Yeah, that's nice. Would you say a club sandwich is underrated?
I don't think club sandwiches get talked about.
It's
enough.
It's on every menu. It's on almost every menu. You can anywhere you go.
Yeah.
I almost feel like you can find a club sandwich.
And chat, feel free to dive into this topic because this is where my heart is, food. But when you see that, do you immediately go, when you go to a restaurant, you see the club sandwich on the menu?
You don't order it.
You don't order it. You go,
Nobody
where's the most? You go to the other sandwiches because you're like, everybody has a club.
But is that because a club has been just such a standard sandwich for so long that people look at it as not exciting? People got to order the sexy thing. You see
of course.
You see the melty chicken sandwich, which is probably delicious, but that's what you're gonna get. You see the mac and cheese.
That's why they order Joey, the sexy chicken melting sandwich.
Not to make this weird or anything, and to put it into a wrestling.
Oh, make it weird. Go ahead.
It may sound ridiculous to some people, but the club, like a club sandwich, is basically Bailey. Like, it's always there. You'll watch it, but if it wasn't there, you'd be like, "Where the hell is the club sandwich?"
That's a great pull.
Fair enough. It's
there on every menu,
and if you order it, trust me, if you order the club, if you order the club,
but you never order it because you're just so.
Yes,
you don't appreciate it while
how many times have you ordered the sexy thing on the menu and it's fine, but it didn't wow you. But if you order a club, you're leaving full.
Like,
all right, that was a nice sandwich.
All right, I like this. See,
freaking Bailey.
Now, this is the kind of wrestling talk.
This is what we need. This is what we need.
I can get behind.
This is what we need.
You don't come here Thursday night.
Sorry to compare you to a sandwich. It's not the point.
Bailey, I know we're cool. I know we were the founding members of the Get Bailey to the All-Star Game Club.
We were. We did do that.
Look at that. Founding members everywhere.
Yes. Yeah.
But no, we mean that.
Bailey liked us a lot.
Yeah. And Bailey's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was everything on Backlash.
That was everything
and that was the John Cena Classic. Is there what else is going on in WWE? I mean, is there obviously we're building to Saturday night's main event, but that's kind of next week. But we did talk about Ethan Page and things like that.
Fun, actually, not to go out. I mean,
no, we can go anywhere.
Ethan Page. I had tweeted it out on Monday when I was watching Raw, but he is like the first person in a long time to like bring up the lineage and the significance of the Intercontinental Championship. I loved that he added that. Like,
this was the after a while. Title. This was the next star up title. Yeah, he was definitely laying into that.
No one has really mentioned that in the last. I think the last person to do that was Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a very significant title to wrestling in general. And I love that he brought it up. And he automatically made that match feel like it could be the main event of Saturday night's main event.
Yes, 100%. I love that. It is, again, when I first started watching wrestling, the IC title was, to me, that was the cooler champion. Like the cool guys, like Bret Hart had that before he became world champion. Shawn Michaels had that before he became world champion. Yeah. Like that was the belt that people had. British Bulldog, all those guys.
John Cena had it on his way out.
Yeah, he had it on the way out, but like
he did it reverse.
Yeah. Razor Ramon, all the good guys had that belt.
Yep.
Mr. Perfect, all the Piper,
Dominic Mysterio. What are you?
That title design is horrendous.
Yeah, I think adding Jay when they gave it to Jay, he added the blue. It definitely helped.
Yeah,
I don't know why they went that direction.
I would like a more old school looking title for that title just because of the history of it.
Even the version from 2003, I would take over what we have now.
Yeah, but I was very happy that Paige mentioned that stuff too, because I think that kind of gets lost in the shuffle a little bit. Is like how significant that title is to wrestling and to WWE. Like that. There was a time for a long time where there were 3 titles. It was the world title, it was the IC title, and it was the tag titles. Those are the only titles.
The IC title also main evented WrestleMania.
Yes. Like those were the only 3 titles, and the IC title was held to a standard where it wasn't the world championship, but it was pretty damn close to the world championship. And I think, I don't think it's ever going to be treated like that ever again, probably in WWE, but I think wrestlers and promos talking about how important it is to them because of the history of it.
Yeah.
I think that needs to happen more often. I think
that goes
needs
for
to happen
every
more
title. Like the United States Championship has a great lineage. Like I don't think that the average fan today even knows about that because it's a younger demographic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they really they made the championships feel like toys.
Yeah.
Like they're props. They're not meaningful like they used to. Cody does it somewhat. He used to. All the story of the finishing the story, he talked about the lineage of that title and what it means. But when was the last time you heard him mention anything about that title?
Yeah, it's true. And I don't know if that's just a generational thing or just the way they do it. But I feel like even through the Attitude Era, when I was like getting into wrestling at my highest, like learning it as a kid and being obsessed by it, I felt like they talked about the past a ton.
Yeah.
A ton.
Well, look at the world title. They flat out said that like we made this title because of Roman Reigns. Like he wouldn't let go of the other title, so we made a secondary title. And now he comes out holding that title, and he's like, they made this title because of me. Like, but there is such a lineage. If you go back to the early 2000s, the World Heavyweight Championship main evented WrestleMania more times than the WWE title did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think they're in a weird spot. They're trying to like rewrite history in like I don't understand it because like you said, that lineage of the IC title is so important to it, and it would make more sense for some of the people they put it on to be like, this is, we do think that this is the next big guy, at least whether we're right or wrong, but they're trying to make like I don't know how I'm stuff, but they don't want to bring it up because they're trying to make the new, the now, the hip, we're not going to just keep relying on the past because we don't want people to get bored with it. But at the same time, like that's part of the reason that we love this is because of that history.
Like if you were to ask the average fan, what do these titles mean? Like what are they?
They'd be like, it's
title in WWE. That's what they would say.
Yeah.
You wouldn't hear anybody say, unless they were a long-term fan, oh, these are the titles that you typically win before going to the main event scene. The United States title, the IC title.
This is how you cut your teeth before so we see what you got.
This is the workhorse title. Like this is where you kind of learn how to be in that main event spot and you either sink or swim. They don't. And if they brought this stuff up more, I think it would really establish the wrestlers who are going after those titles, but also raise the value of those titles.
Yep, 100%. Absolutely. And I don't know. Yeah, I feel like the titles and I feel like this is not a problem, but I feel like it's throughout wrestling. It's not just the WWE thing. I think wrestling fans in general, like titles obviously matter. If you're the champion, you're one of the top dogs in the company for sure. But I don't feel like, I don't know. Like I felt like when I was a kid, like when people would win titles, it just felt like such a bigger deal.
Yeah.
Than when people win titles now.
It happens less, and it was a build-up to that title win.
Yeah. And like the Cody one had a 2-year build, right? So like when Cody won it, it felt like, holy crap, he did it. He finished his story. And
but
stuff
that title
like
felt like the biggest thing in wrestling.
Correct. And I feel like that other than that, like it just doesn't. No, I don't know. It's very odd. It's very.
If you
odd.
look at the AEW side of things, I'm not a huge AEW guy, but I can't even name all their titles because they have very similar names. And it's like, what are those titles actually for?
Yeah.
What are these titles?
That's been one of my
the
biggest.
International title, and then they have the other title, and then they have all the Ring of Honor. Like, what are they actually for?
Yeah.
Is your
and they love to do the like champion versus. They love that, and I'm like, you guys have so many champions, so many times. Like, come on.
Is your roster that big? You just need more championships. Or is it that you're not establishing your stars properly where they don't need the championships?
Yeah.
Have less of them, make them more meaningful. So when someone actually does go after them, it's a bigger thing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, there definitely is. Yeah, there is that type of problem, I think, in the wrestling, the whether it's North America, whatever, just everywhere. I just feel like titles and title wins have become like saturated almost.
Yeah. TNA does a better job at it, I think, than most.
There you go. Have you been keeping up with the TNA on the AMC?
Honestly, I haven't. I love TNA, but for me, it becomes so much wrestling throughout the week that by Thursday, I'm like shocked.
That's me with SmackDown. By Friday, I'm just like,
it's going back to 2 hours soon.
I know, which will help, and then I'll watch it on like Saturday mornings and stuff and get what I need out of it. But TNA is tough because again, it's hit or miss. It's on right now.
Yeah,
by the time, and like the other day, this is what perplexed me. The other day, I was home. I didn't want to do anything. I was like, I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to have a night at home. And whatever the last TNA pay-per-view was.
Yeah.
Rebellion. I was like, what? I'll pop on. I'd like to see that. I'll watch that. I go onto the app. $9.90. I pay $9.90 a month. They're like, we need $40 more. I was like, for Rebellion, for the card, this card, like, and I wasn't. No disrespect to the wrestlers, it just wasn't one of their stronger cards. And I'm like,
no.
I go. I'll pass. Yeah. So even they shoot themselves in the foot in that aspect, where it's like, but
or they have the TNA Plus app, which is like their own version of the WWE Network type thing. But I don't think it's a monthly subscription. Is it? I don't even know.
No, that's the thing. It's a monthly subscription. It's $9.99 a month, but there's there's only a few like pay-per-views that are included. Some of the the Rebellions, the Slammiversaries, some of the bigger ones you have to pay on top of it. And I was just like, no disrespect to the wrestlers because there is a bunch of talented individuals on that roster. I was just like,
yeah, but I wouldn't even do that with WWE.
Yeah, I was like, exactly. Like if WWE was like, hey, I was like, nah, I'm good.
But AEW does that too, though, because they make you pay for HBO Max, right? Or is it on Prime?
You can do in the States still. You can go to like payperview.com. You can still get it there. You can still get it. If you buy it on HBO Max, it's cheaper. It is cheaper because you're paying for the.
I have HBO Max, not for AEW. Just I like.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people had HBO.
You're watching
Max.
how it's made.
Yeah.
Cycling through Veep. You're watching Veep. I heard that's a good show.
Veep is a good show.
I just finished Rooster. I don't know if you guys heard of that.
Okay.
There's a new show that the first season just ended. It's with Steve Carell. It was actually really good.
Nice.
All right. Oh, wait, is that what? Oh, Steve Carell. I think I remember. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Have you?
I want to watch. I want to watch the Jason Bateman show with the guy from Stranger Things.
Yes, I.
Yeah. It looks weird. It looks kind of like he's a weird dude, and Bateman's in there. I want to watch.
There is a lot of interesting shows that I haven't dove into because I can't dive into new stuff super late in the night. But have you met Spencer Love, Joey? Spencer wants to stop in and say hi.
I don't think I've ever actually met him. I think I follow him, but I've never actually.
Let's introduce you to the boss. He wants to pop in for a hot second here. He gave us a thumbs up.
All right.
So this is the boss. He's doing quality.
I didn't know who was pressing the buttons, so excuse my slight delay there. Joey, good to officially meet you. Yes, we are following each other. We're mutuals, as I think the kids are saying. Is that right? Is this what the youths are doing?
I think so.
He's here doing quality control to make sure that we don't.
Well, usually I fucking am. That said, now I'm in a remote location right now. I just got off work there about half an hour ago. You want to buy a car? Come to LA Mazda. That's not for right now. You said we don't do a lot of exclusives here, guys. You said we don't do a lot of exclusives here. I don't often take umbrage. Pluggo, we've sort of settled our differences as far as the budgetary needs go. And JPJ, good to see you. Great interview there, like I told you with Craig the other day.
Thank you.
Yeah, why don't you wait till you get Joey's bill?
Fuck. It's going to be an expensive one, isn't it? Anyways, Pluggo, I'm here to be positive and kind and really dispel some rumors that we don't break exclusives, because coming up here on Love Wrestling, we've got an exclusive interview with an individual who is a current WWE superstar, an individual who is the co-host of Up, Up, Down, Down, an individual who will be making their Love Pro Wrestling debut at LBW 49. Hey, bud, let's party. So, Pluggo, I'll see you later, but kudos to you, because this one was great. Here is current WWE superstar Tyler Breeze breaking some news on a recent release here in WWE.
I mentioned at the top, you are the co-host, one of the Up, Up, Down, Down. Mm-hmm. There was some news this week, and I love your opinion on it. As is one of his best friends, more importantly than a co-host, Xavier Woods decided, and the New Day decided to part ways from WWE. Have you had any Did you give him any advice in that space? Because this is like new frontier for them. Is there any kind of future plans for Up, Up, Down, Down? Or is there nothing? If you can't talk about it, I completely understand. I just thought I would bring it up. As like I said, more importantly, he's your friend and a colleague, and he's making a big jump here this past week.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, he's just chilling. He's, what I mean, like he's been on the grind, business stuff happens, not my place to talk on any of it. So, you saw as much as I saw, where he's at now, and that's kind of where we're at. So it's, I'll be waiting to see the headlines, when you see them as well.
There we go, Pluggo.
Yeah.
There we go.
I wore this hoodie too. I didn't have time. My day was so busy, I didn't have time to change it between podcasts like normal. So it was a crazy day for me.
You're doing the damn thing you are.
But yeah, thank you, Spencer, for the kind words. And yeah, I definitely got a chance to talk to him for a few minutes before here. I actually did the interview right before I jumped on here. That he gave me. I didn't know how to approach it because I didn't want to make that the focal point, but I definitely thought it was worthy of asking him because, like I said, he has been on record as saying he's one of his best friends in the world, and when you're one of your best friends in the world does something completely, somebody's going to ask you about it. Like if JPJ decided to do a whole new venture, I'd be like, "Hey man, what's going on with that? What's going on with that?"
That's fair.
But no, he was super cool. I don't know when Spencer and the gang are dropping the full thing, but there's a full interview coming up soon with this lovely gentleman down here, Tyler Breeze. So yeah,
I
cool.
think what's going to happen with the New Day, it's almost like a R-Truth kind of thing. Like they're going to realize how beloved they are and how valuable they are. I truly hope that they will end up back in WWE.
I don't know. I think All In, London, Young Bucks. I think that is very
Christian,
enticing.
FDR, just
there is a lot of opportunity right now.
And I think again, I think that what happened there was purely a TKO thing and not 1,000%. A WWE thing. Because I think if anybody of important, and when this obviously was more fresh, we obviously talked about it at length here. And I said, I feel like this would have been, and the week prior we lose 24 people lose their job. It's it's always a tough day, and it's just, it's a shame. But you hear this news about a team like the New Day, and I'm just like, if anybody in WWE even had a sniff that this was a possibility, they should have been breaking down the doors going, No, this is one that we need to make sure we figure out.
That's the thing. I don't think anybody knew.
Go to the next door. Yeah, go to I could see Triple H or whoever being like, "Wait, you guys called Woods and Kofi?"
Yes.
What?
You should have like that would have been to me. Like if Triple H did not know or found out this was happening after the fact, like that would be one. And again, he's in a tough position because he only can do so much.
Exactly.
Those are his bosses too.
Is he gonna fight it? And hurt himself?
He should have hopefully he at least said, "Hey, there are certain people here that I would say it in a way that's not going to, ruin your situation. But there are certain people here that you need to talk to me about before we make these type of decisions."
Yeah.
Those two guys were two of those people.
Yep. Because again, my biggest point of it all was, even if you thought they were on the decline, even if you thought they were making too much money for what they're producing currently, they made you hundreds of millions of dollars in merchandise sales alone. You let that contract just ride out. You just go,
it's not even
it wasn't even right out. They offered them
signed a contract.
No, right, but that's what I'm saying. They signed it. You don't even broach like taking it.
Oh,
You
so you're saying you should let it ride.
Yes. You go. You know what, Kofi, Xavier, the money that we're paying you that you just signed the new deal, we think currently you're not giving, but you look at you go, these people made me this amount of money that is well exceeding the amount of money that we ever thought that they would make us. Yeah. You know what? We're just not going to mess with asking you to take half on something you just signed. We're going to, because you've proven your worth. Like, that's where I was like, I'm not saying you just let this, and then if you want to let this contract ride out at the end and we want to, hey, Kofi, Xavier, this contract negotiation, a couple years down the line, we think this of you, and then you could say, hey, you want to ask them to take a 50% pay cut after all the money they made you is absurd in my opinion.
We also don't even know where they were in their contract. Was it coming up? Was it
right? Exactly.
Signed. You can go to them and say, hey, we're restructuring. We're going to offer you, if they're on like a 4-year deal, we can say, okay, we're going to offer you a 1-year deal with the 50% pay cut. So when that year is up, you have the opportunity to then go elsewhere if you want. Yeah. It's not just everything stays the same, but your salary. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. It just made no sense. It was disrespectful, and they made a decision for themselves. So, like, I think, do I think there's a chance they end up back in WWE? Sure. Yeah. And I think there's a chance they go to AEW. They can do whatever they want. I mean, but for me, and this is just who I am as a personality, I would have taken that as disrespectful.
1,000%.
And I would say, you know what? I'm not going back there. I maybe in future, maybe you're talking a couple of years, but I'm going to go do other shit because F those guys.
Well, look at R-Truth. Use R-Truth as the prime example. He wasn't let go, technically. His contract was expiring and he didn't re-sign. Right?
Yeah.
He leaves the company, very brief period. The world erupts. He's brought back and
had two weeks of stuff that mattered.
Yeah,
where he cut that promo, he cut his hair.
He's a tag champ now.
Well, that's true.
Champ, but then again, it's like,
he's just back to being he's just R-Truth again.
Yeah. What happened to the Wrong Killings stuff?
Like, the Wrong Killings.
They brought it back as Wrong Killings. They started selling Wrong Killings merchandise. They changed all his stuff online to Wrong Killings, and then.
That was all part of the plan.
Yeah.
Remember, they were like, that was we never fired him. That was all part of it.
He cut his hair and then
he cut that promo where he cut his hair and it was a riveting thing, and then it was just like, okay, well, we don't care about that anymore. He came back, we shut you people up. Great. All right, here we go.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just I think I would like to see the New Day go fight the Young Bucks. I would really like to see that. I would love to see Xavier, Creed go one-on-one with Kenny Omega as well, with their video game rivalry and real life rivalry on social medias. I know they're friends, but you know what I mean?
Major leverage right now.
Yeah,
they can ask any price.
100%. And tone and that and
one event appearance.
And that is, we talk about not everybody that leaves WWE, AEW should sign, and they've done a real better job at that over the last few years. Yep. That is somebody that the second this news broke, Tony Khan should have been like, hey, whenever you're ready, give me a phone call. Whatever it's whatever you want. I would honestly, whatever you want.
And
because if they walk in there, and I think Pluggo might even be saying it, they walk in there, to me, that is an act that will literally change your whole merchandise situation. Change it.
Well, not only that, they're running all
properly.
Yeah, yes. Of course. They're running all in London again. And we've seen, even with WWE running Vegas 2 years in a row, how hard it was to get Mania filled up. And then even like the jump from All In to the last one, if you're wanting to sell some tickets and you want to, like, that could be because New Day is not just a United. It's a worldwide like phenomenon. Everybody loved it. If you wanted to do that, that might boost some ticket sales for All In. So I support them with whatever they do. I'm super excited that we're in an era where wrestlers can, unfortunately lose their jobs. I know it sucks and it's dream jobs for a lot of these people, but there's so many cool opportunities and ways that they can go. And like Breeze said, he's chilling right now, just trying to he's not jumping into anything. He didn't say those words. I would just assume by chilling, he said because he's been on the grind. He's probably, hey, I'm gonna take a couple weeks and just kind of
do my thing.
What was that? Fun with Dick and Jane with Jim Carrey when he was like, this first couple of days, I'll find something. Don't worry. And then he was just hanging out in the house. Xavier's probably just having a good time, and he's like, you know what? And then whenever I'm ready, boom, I can
like to see them take do what the Hardy Boys did and just kind of go bounce around every company, do a per appearance basis. Go do a thing in TNA. Go do a thing in NWA. Go do a thing in GCW. Yeah. Go in AEW, and then make your way back around because
have all the tag matches.
He's going to see the value, and they're going to re-sign you.
Yeah. Could they do the tag team belt collectors? Where they just went to all these different companies and won a bunch of tag titles and was just like, hey man, you said we're the greatest tag team of all time. Now we're showing it. We're showing it right now. So
go do like a 6-month run around the world.
Yeah.
And on top of it, they could do that as well as like Xavier Woods could win some singles gold and show his worth. You know what I mean? Like, cause he never won singles title in WWE. He could be like,
definitely do something in TNA.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's options, and it's very cool to see that they literally can do whatever. They've made themselves from that group that what we weren't sure at first if it was going to hit into global phenomenons, and now they have an opportunity to reinvent the wheel.
The world is theirs.
The world is their oyster. We support the Bills. Asking about Kevin. I don't know what's going on with Kevin Owens, man. I hope he comes back.
They made a cereal about booty.
Yeah, they made a cereal about booty. That's right.
Not many people can get away with that.
No, they can't. And they did the pancake stuff. They did all this weird.
They did so many things that they got up to that WWE line where it's like, oh, good for you.
They were thrusting. There was,
but I want to see them. I want to see them team with Willow Nightingale in a 6-person mixed tag, because Willow has always said that the New Day were a huge inspiration to her, having that like smiley. She said that she saw them and that you didn't really see whimsical, funny characters that looked like her and
unicorn.
I would like to see him have a run in there. I think that would be a lot of fun. But he's asking if Kevin Owens is going to wrestle. I mean, look, he had a very serious surgery, very serious injury. I know he's on the current season of LFG, right? Isn't he doing that or something?
Coaching, yeah.
Coaching. That show completely changed what type of show it was, huh? That was like it's not really a competition anymore, right?
They changed the whole concept of it. I don't even know what it is.
It's just kind of like a watch these people learn how to wrestle type of show.
Yeah. It's like NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it was like Keanu Carver's on it, Nikita Lyons is on it. By the time they debuted it, we were like, these people have been on my TV screen, so they're not doing a contest to see, like, because they released the LFG season 1 winner, Armstrong, so I think it's more just a reality show to show them like how these can tell some stories. I don't watch it. Just because, again, there's only so much time in the day. Again, I'm sure, hats off to the people that can watch. Just
A&E does really well with the WWE shows they do, like the Lost Treasures and all those.
Oh, they're all good. I just I can't commit the. I could probably throw it on and binge watch it. That's kind of me when I'm doing something around the house. I'll throw something on, but it's no disrespect to any of the stuff that these people do. I don't. Again, people that go balls to the wall 24/7 that can watch wrestling, more power to you. But I do need my I need my random. I need my Seinfeld and stuff in my life where I can just.
Wrestling is my escape, but I also sometimes need the escape from wrestling.
Sure. That's 100%. Me, man.
The Office,
Oh yeah, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. You gotta be well rounded. You gotta be able to turn it off sometimes.
100%. All right, in our last few minutes, I know you said you're not the. We've talked to AEW on here a little bit before. I know you're not the biggest.
Joey Karni, our Owen Hart bracketology specialist, is in the house.
Yeah. They did release the Owen Hart Memorial Foundation tournament brackets, both the men's and the women's.
Yep.
So I will say I thought last night's Dynamite was very, very good. I thought that main event with Darby and Takeshita was excellent. When Darby won this title a month ago, there were doubts by a lot of people, including kind of us. I think that this has been a tremendous title reign by Darby. I mean, he's having great matches. He's fighting on every show. They're all good matches. They're formidable opponents. I think this has been he gets Max to sign the contract where if Max loses, he's going to go bald. I don't think Max is going to lose, but I don't know. I think Darby shuts some people up a little bit here.
It would be a pretty awesome testament to the hair restoration clinic that he went to in Turkey. If you could shave him completely bald and it grows back,
still grows back as a nice head of hair,
as luscious as ever, then that would be like a walking advertisement for that doctor.
Maybe that's the whole point.
Yeah, maybe.
AEW doesn't do the over-the-top sponsorship deals that WWE does. They do subtle ones.
All right, so I should have loaded these up so I could show them on the screen, but I have the women's bracket on the left side. On the top left, it is going to be Persephone versus Hazuki. I don't know much about Hazuki at all, so I'm not gonna.
I have no idea.
Persephone from CMLL. We've seen her on AEW television. That's in the top left.
She's pretty solid.
Good. Yeah, she's pretty good. And then the bottom left, which is going to be happening at Double or Nothing, which is a very good first-round matchup. We have Willow Nightingale going up against Alex Windsor. I think that'll be a very hard-hitting, good match. I expect now Willow is the reigning Owen champion. No, she's won it before. She's not the reigning. Mercedes is. She's won the first one. So I think that's a tight matchup. I would expect Willow to go over there. And then on the right side, we have Mina Shirakawa versus Athena. Good to see Athena in the tournament. And then in the bottom right, we have Sky Blue versus Sarai. However, on social media, Sarai put out that she's injured and she's going to be out for months. Which makes me think, could that... Because these brackets came out, and I know we haven't
call a doctor.
These brackets came out yesterday.
Yes. They came out yesterday, and Sarai was like, I'm hurt. So I'm not in it. She didn't say she's not in, but she's like, I'm hurt. I'm out. I'm hurt. And I was like, well, what the hell are you in the fucking tournament for then? But
hey, listen, she's like, how much are you paying?
Yeah.
I'll take the job. Oh, but wait.
I'll deal with one arm. It's fine.
Yeah. The defending Owen champion is one Mercedes Moné. She has not been around since she lost a ways ago. Is that Mercedes is in to the tournament? Then you can get a Mercedes Athena semifinal. You could get a Willow and Mercedes final, even though I think Athena should win this whole thing. But
I was slightly disappointed in this bracket.
And the women's
I wanted a little bit more. I wanted a little bit more of like
all stars.
Yeah, like I wanted it to be the Monets and Britt Baker. Where the hell is she?
Britt. Yes, and that's right. Auntie corrected me. Britt was the first one. They've already had three of these things. It went Britt. Yeah, it went Britt, Willow, Mercedes last year. So,
but I mean, maybe you get Mercedes Moné back.
I don't know.
I think it's too soon. I think they're gonna keep her away for a little bit.
Yeah,
it just makes sense.
Maybe it could be Britt. Could it be a Britt Baker coming back finally?
I feel like win the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm taking the bracket for what it is right now and looking at it, to me, it is easily a Willow versus Athena final.
1,000%.
That's what I see, and I think Athena should win it. I think Athena should win this, and Athena should get the title match. But Willow's the TBS champion to me. I don't need the TBS champion winning a title shot for the world title. I don't need that. They did it last year.
Divisions
yes, they did it last year with Mercedes. She was the TBS. I would like them both to have their own matches at All In.
Yeah.
Have both titles defended, please.
I'm still trying to figure out why we have. Well, that's the men's division. They have the TNT title for a show that's on TBS.
I don't know. So we slide up to the men's
because it wasn't on TBS at first; it was on TNT, and then they were like, "Well, TNT Dynamite, kind of like it's fine."
Yeah.
That's like if WWE had the Netflix title.
Well, then it was like for the longest time there, the TBS championship never got defended on Dynamite. It was always on Collision, which was a TNT show.
Yeah. Very bizarre.
I would like to see them unify the TNT championship with the international? How many inner do they have? There's the international.
They have international. They have continental.
They have TNT.
International. They have TNT, international, continental, and world on the men's side, and then on the women's side.
God, is this the fifth Owen? Is this the fifth Owen?
I thought this was the third, and now it's the fifth.
Yeah.
I forgot about Mariah May.
Auntie's in here. Auntie's sitting in traffic, being like, "JPJ, dude, you don't even know ball, bro.
Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs." I don't know.
I think they need to unify the TNT and one of the next, like higher ranked titles.
Well, they had the international and the continental unified. Well, what one does Okada have?
Well, so at one point
they unified them, and then they didn't, right?
They had the unified title
with Kenny Omega.
They had the unified title because they had the continental title and the international title when it was together was unified.
Yeah.
So in order to have that, you had to win the Continental Classic to have the Continental Championship. But Okada was already
but then they also have the national championship that Mark Davis just won from Jack Perry.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
If you can't even explain this to a wrestling fan, how the hell are you going to get new fans?
Yeah.
That's like my only, that's my real gripe with it. And then they love to do this thing where they're like, well, he's the international championship. He's going to challenge for the world title. And I'm like, don't you have challenge? Oh, I don't know.
And me not being the biggest AEW guy, I'm unaware of like how these things work. So I'm trying to piece it together, and it's very confusing.
Auntie's screaming at the phone. She's TNT, Honor Turner. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
TNT,
it's all part of broadcasting.
TNT, tits and no, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
It's the TNA title.
TNA, more yeah. It's letters and numbers and things. It's. I guess it's not super confused, but it is kind of like they definitely. Yeah. I will say they definitely got too cute with the whole unified continental international thing. That they got a little cute for, but look, Auntie's she's about to pop in and start throwing elbows. She's about to tell Mrs. Pluggo on my ass.
My thing when it comes, and I love AEW. I watch it. It's my preferred product, and it has been for a little bit. But I think that when you made the unified championship, it just should have stayed the unified championship. That's all.
Yeah, because what was the whole point then?
Yeah, you combined two championships. You made it a thing.
Yep.
And then after a few months, you would just oh, well, this guy lost one match, so now it's
Auntie.
It just should have stayed.
I still use Ask Jeeves.
Because
RIP to the legend.
You only have 3 titles on the women's side, but men have 4 mid-card titles. I don't. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to differentiate which. Why
do the women only have 1 mid-card title, which doesn't, and the person's the most likable person in the whole company and she barely defends it, but the women have 1 mid-card title, but the men have 3.
And then you have the tag team titles, the
trios,
the trios,
yeah,
and then there's the Ring of Honor side, and then
which the Ring of Honor side really hasn't been a ton on AEW a ton, so that's been but I just feel like the balance of titles is it's not equal.
No,
to me.
Not at all.
It's not equal. It should be a little bit more equal. All right, so we have the men's bracket, which this bracket is pretty. This is a pretty strong bracket. We have top left at Double or Nothing. It's going to be Samoa Joe and Will Ospreay. That should be tremendous. Then we have a rematch, obviously not for the title, but we have a rematch. The new national champion, Mark Davis, is going against the guy he beat for that title, Jungle Jack Perry. So that should be good. On the top right, we also have another banger that they've been teasing for a few weeks. We have Swerve and Bandito which will also be happening at Double or Nothing. That will be also tremendous. And then in the bottom right, we have Claudio Castagnoli and Brody King. So this is a strong bracket here. I look at this and I say this is Ospreay and Swerve.
1000%. And I'm not even a AEW guy, like I said.
Yeah.
That's the finals. Ospreay wins, and that's how he finally gets that world title.
Yeah. And I think that's the route. I really do love what they're doing with Ospreay and the Death Riders. I thought Moxley's talk to Ospreay last night was, and the matches were, I loved that Dynamite last night. I thought that segment with Moxley when he was talking to Ospreay about the Super Juniors and life, and that was my favorite thing on the whole show. I loved that whole thing. And I love how Moxley is rebuilding Ospreay to win the Owen and win the world title.
Do you think that they're doing this in a way to kind of start phasing out Moxley?
I don't know if they would phase him out, but I do think that Moxley...
Will Ospreay takes over the Death Riders and they kind of kick Moxley out?
Oh, I didn't even look at it that route. I didn't even look at it that route. I don't know. That's my one when I'm just like, okay, what is because that's what's going on is Moxley obviously sees something in Ospreay. Yeah. And he says, you know what, this guy's coming back from a major injury. I know how good he can be, but he's not mentally ready yet. Let me get him into ready. Yeah. But does he try to work his way to after Ospreay wins the title, is Moxley the guy that, goes, all right, well, now I'm your next next challenger, or
like a jealous storyline.
He takes him out like, all right, now you're here and now it's my turn to destroy you.
Yeah.
Or something like, is it something like that? Or you just kind of threw that out there. Is it something where on the journey there, maybe Moxley's like, all right, I got to go do other stuff, or I'm going to take some, time off finally. He's been trying to go on vacation for years, the joke there or whatever. But so that's the part of it. But I am, to me, this is Ospreay all day winning this. And I think MJF, I don't think MJF is going to go bald. I know you want to say he wants to plug the place he got the new hair, but I just think if Ospreay is going to win the world title at All In London in front of his people for the first time, MJF is a much more, if MJF is the champion, that is a bigger deal.
That's a David versus Goliath, like your top babyface versus your top heel. Like yes. That's the main that's in WWE terms, that's the WrestleMania main event.
Yeah.
That's the match.
Yeah. So I feel like All In main event, Ospreay, MJF in London for the title, Ospreay going for his first AEW world title. It's more impactful of a win if it's against MJ, and that's not a slight to anybody. There's plenty of, don't get me wrong, Ospreay and Swerve, I mean, we'd see it in the finals of this tournament, but there's plenty of other guys that, I would love to see in there, but I do feel like MJF is the more impactful guy to beat if you're Ospreay for that first title.
I have a question. Where's Hangman?
He's had time off since he lost the death match.
Chilling.
So, yeah, he's chilling. He lost the death match, right. And the stip obviously was he can never challenge for the world title again. I still don't know how they're going to get around that.
Maybe they
feel like they have to
for Swerve and Ospreay.
Maybe
weren't the three of them kind of like in cahoots against?
When Hangman won it, they all helped him.
Yeah.
Last year. Yeah. But anyway, I at least want to talk about those tournaments, the brackets, and stuff like that, because those were released yesterday. And look at
she is, Scott.
Yeah.
Sorry, Auntie, we love you.
The Owen is some of the best stuff they do. I'm still waiting for a women's Continental Classic. I think there's room for that to happen. Yep. So hopefully we get that at some point down the line too.
So the Owen is the way you do a tournament in honor of somebody.
Correct. I agree. I think they do it really well. You get the title, the title shot at the biggest show of the year. I think it is to me, this is, one of the things I look forward to as the year goes. We're going to have to see what goes on with that Sarie, if she actually is injured, if there's going to be a replacement, because
no one votes on
bizarre. No. Yeah, no one votes on it. You got to actually win the matches, which is nice. You can't lose and then somehow go, no, we liked her. So she's going to win the Owen, actually. We
And the
don't care about
title
what happened in the match.
leads to something else.
Correct. There are stakes. Obviously, you're winning the tournament and getting the title match, but it leads to bigger things.
It's essentially their version of a King of the Ring type of tournament.
Correct.
What's Auntie? Because I just tweeted out on the Beards page, said who needs Google when you have Auntie? What's a synonym for club? So we could have AEW like.
No, we are not doing that. AEW is affordable and for the people.
Club AEW, but what's the synonym for club?
AEW is affordable and for the people. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
The AEW Lounge. You become a founding member of the AEW
The
Lounge.
Elite.
You call it the Elite Lounge or something like that.
You can vote on the Owen and figure if you didn't like who lost, who lost, you can vote them all the way to the final.
I'm voting. What is her name? Saray?
Yeah.
She was injured,
She's
but
injured. I'm voting her to win.
She kept on pushing. She fought hard.
She did.
Injury and all.
I can't.
He had me at first. I'm telling you, the John Cena. He had me at.
Cliffhanger.
Is he frozen?
The winner's
frozen. It was
Wait,
you.
are you frozen? Joe, was it
you
me?
were frozen. Joey and I were like waiting for you to finish your thought.
You were like, it's a.
Oh.
And you're like, it's a.
Oh,
and then
damn.
Auntie cut the feed because she's so furious right now.
That's right.
EP shows in the house saying, "Yo, what's up? EP
what's
show's
up?
good, dude.
What's going on?
Appreciate you,
Auntie, I
in.
hope you know we love you. I really do.
Auntie, she knows.
To be fair, I've never understood anything about anything. So
that is true. I've worked with him for 5 years. That is true. That is true.
He's just here.
I will say that is true.
My best quality is that I am pretty damn consistent in showing up. At least I think we've missed combined. Him and I have missed maybe 5 shows as a separate. Like we've always had a co-host in those spots, but we've never
more of the consistent. Of, in the wrestling world.
We try, and we kind of knew. We were like, hey man, like we're gonna be doing goofy shit, like that's cool, but we got to be there. Like I've taken a couple vacations. I've been out sick once or twice. He's been out sick once or twice. But like other than that, it's if it's Thursday and 8 o'clock, like we're here. You know what I mean?
The only reason I have to miss is for deathly ill or one of these kids of mine has a sporting event or something. But.
Which I think he should just say, hey kid, I've go to plenty of them.
And I always tell you guys, even if it's live here or when we talk in person, you guys and your show is probably my favorite to be on out of like all the stuff that there is in our world.
Thank you, sir.
It's because you guys are your perspectives, you're so open-minded. Like you're like, I'm not an AEW guy, but we can talk about AEW and you're not like jumping down my throat. Like you don't know crap and all, you know what I mean? Like, there's dialogue, and that's what makes a good show. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you. It's always a fun time when we get to have you hop on. Auntie said she just made it home now, so she basically went the whole show in traffic. I would have ripped my eyes out.
Which by the way,
and she was getting angry. She was in traffic, probably already angry from the traffic. And then she's getting angry at us.
That's horrible.
During the traffic.
Get out of here. Makes me realize that she's probably never sat through a full 2 hours of us and was like, you guys are insufferable.
Like, I cannot believe I do a show with this numbskull.
Only in clips are you guys.
This clown. I spend 2 hours of my week with this clown.
And then she goes, I spend 2 hours of my week with this clown, and that guy spends 2 hours a week with that. What the
Blame it on the traffic. It's the traffic.
You know, unbelievable. I can't pronounce. It's true. It's true. That's true. All right. On that note, we're gonna get out of here. Joey, thank you for joining us as always. Plug your stuff. Let the people know where they can find you, and if you got anything coming up, my man.
Of course. Well, once again, thank you guys for having me on and always inviting me. And sorry for the delayed responses. I know I'm horrible with getting. Honestly, let's talk through Instagram because I'm way better there.
Okay. We can do that.
Yes, but I appreciate you guys again having me on. You can follow me at It's Joey Karni on everything, all different kinds of wrestling content across the board, interviews, hot takes, and things from events and all that stuff. You can follow me, like I said, It's Joey Karni. And again, appreciate you guys.
Listen, I knew it was a long shot when I saw you chilling poolside at the Netflix event in Vegas, and I was like, I'm going to shoot him a message and see if he wants to come back on this little show. And then he ghosted us. ghosted me last week, and I was like, "Oh, AB's probably busy. It's all good." And then
I didn't even see it last week. I know. I'm horrible.
It happens. And then we were sitting there like racking our brains, like we should have somebody on. We haven't had anybody on in a while. And he goes, "What about Joey?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll shoot him another message. Why not?"
You know how many DMs I have under real DMs of all that crap that's like someone's like, "Can you vote for me?"
Yeah.
Or something. I have like 100 of those on top of actual real messages. So I just stopped looking at my DMs. That's every once in a while I'll look. I'm like, maybe I should look at them a little bit more.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's always good. It's never personal on our end, dude. We know you're a busy guy. We know how much you do in the space, and what you do for the space is always great content, and we love having you. So when you are free, it's a no-brainer for us. So thank you again. What am I supposed to do? The damn thing? Is that what we do?
Do the damn thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm Pluggo. You can find me on all social media platforms. Search Pluggo on my face. Up. I guess I have a little interview coming out at some point. I don't know when. You'll have to go to Love Wrestling Socials with Mr. Tyler Breeze there. I hope you enjoyed it. It was pretty fun chat. We talked about a bunch of different things. Every Thursday night with this gentleman here between Two Beards, 8 p.m. Go to @B2Beards for all social media to know what we got going on, what we got coming up, because you never know who's going to pop in on one of these shows. No 4 exposure this weekend. Unfortunately, I am busy with the kiddos. We got lots of activities going on Saturday, plus tomorrow night, I will be at Warrior Wrestling in South Bend at the Bendix Arena as part of the Main Event Wrestling Network, fam. I think I'm handing out T-shirts. I don't know what else I'm doing. So if you're in the South Bend area, come hang out. We will watch some pretty fun wrestling. My twin, Brian Cage, will be there with his shirt popped off, and I look like that when I take my shirt off. He knows that. So, yeah, that's where you'll find me.
Hell yeah. Good Brian Cage return last night as well. Good to see him back. He looked more yoked than ever.
Dude, that dude's running out of places to put muscles.
Yeah,
Man.
he looked incredible. He's got muscles on his muscles. Yeah, he's got muscles on his muscles. It's unbelievable. You can find me, JPJ Loves Gaming, all social media platforms. Pluggo told you where you can find me every Thursday night, 8 p.m., the flagship show here at Love Wrestling Between Two Beards. If she's not still angry at me on Sunday afternoon at noon Eastern, I get to chat with the wonderful Auntie Collins over on Fightful Overbooked with Coast to Coast. I'm sure she'll probably yell at me now to start the show. I'm going to blame Pluggo. 1,000% going to blame Pluggo.
What am I doing Sunday? Can I just pop in and spew some nonsense and have her yell and just leave after she starts yelling at you and be like,
stuck in traffic.
Yeah, dude, I get stuck.
But no, Coast to Coast. We built a really good, strong community over there very early on, so that's a good time on Fightful Overbooked. So join us there at noon Eastern every Sunday, and then you can follow me on Twitch as well, where I stream some video games throughout the week whenever I have the time, which is a lot of fun. But those where you can find me. I do contribute to Body Slam as well. I'll be going to AEW Dynamite next week, covering some stuff for Body Slam. It's in Portland, Maine, which is not far from me, less than an hour. So your boy's going to be there. I think it's a 3-hour show, so thanks, Tony. I'm going to be there. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun on the go home show to Double or Nothing, which I'm sure we'll be talking about at length next week here on Beards. But thank you to everybody in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. Joey, you're welcome whenever you have the time, my man. Appreciate you a lot. Everybody, we will see you next week. Until then, you know the drill. Say hi to Sue.
Sue.
Peace out.
Hey there, Pluggo and JPJ. It's Trent's mom, Sue, and I have a bone to pick with you. So, I understand that you guys are being real idiots and spending your entire monthly budget. You've got to be kidding me. This is not the way to be when you're trying to run a business. Your boss, Spencer, is really pissed off at you. I'm pissed off at you. You have some nerve. Get a grip. You have to control yourself. You can't just go out and spend all the money that you're making, you Two Beards guys. Oh no, this is coming out so stupid. Anyway, Behave yourselves, or I'm going to cut you off from watching AEW. You're no longer going to get to know, be able to meet my son. What? Or me. I'm sorry, this is like, I don't know. Anyway, thanks so much for being fans. Watch yourselves. Knock it off.